Hello? How do we sound? Do we sound okay? Can you hear us? Got a lower latency on the stream going now, so that it should go out to everybody. Good. Hello! Ha! Oh, hi. Sounds good? Excellent. I've got some background music now, too. I got a little bit of that soft, gentle elevator music just peeking in there. Yeah? Good. Want to make sure the levels are good, the vibes are good, because I don't know if you guys knew this. We just passed 50,000 subscribers. There's 50,000 of you out there. I'm just a simple little vampire cat robot. I don't know what to do with this information, this knowledge. Should we invade England?
I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah, I've got my lovely wife, Annalise, here with me.
Yeah. You like jazz? Yeah, we do.
Sometimes I do like jazz. We could conquer a small country. I think first we need to conquer YouTube.
Also, just wanna
which has the
say
budget.
hi to El Hopper. We actually recently just started rewatching Stranger Things. So
Mm-hmm. That's true, actually. Yeah. Shout out to El Hopper.
we decided to start rewatching Stranger Things to get ready for the final season.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Quander over there in Twitch. I see you. Elvish Press Play, always good. Oh, yeah. We would need some boats.
It's so
you're correct,
cool to
right?
see the names that we've seen since the beginning of the channel. And it's nice to still see y'all are still around.
There are people who, when they comment, I'll be like, "Oh my God, I remember you from." Ooh,
October will be 2 years since we started this.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we uploaded our first Foot the Bill.
Right.
in October.
Yeah. I've got a couple of videos that are older than that on the channel,
Yeah.
but we'll get into it. Oh, we'll get into it. The Canadians, are they busy? Are they using Canada? We've been talking about moving to Canada.
We actually have.
So that could kind of be like an invasion. I don't know. We'll see.
They said, El Hopper said they love Stranger Things. It's their favorite show, and actually now they've been their friend.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's true. The only parts of Canada that aren't being used are the ones that are uninhabitable. Well, when I was a kid and I used to go to Canada, I tried to make like a little clubhouse out of the stones. So in Canada, you may not know this because
I've never been.
right. So, but in order to mark areas of safe passage and tidal zones, you'll make these little people out of stones. You'll stack the stones and it'll make a figure, right? So when I was a kid, now you're not supposed to take them down. Don't do anything like that. But when I was a kid, I tried to make my own. And at one point I tried to make a little house, which I guess now looking back would be more of a cairn. A cairn, for those who don't know, was used in the early exploration days of a lot of the Arctic Circle, and they would build this tomb out of rocks and they would stash messages in it. Sort of like sliding into your DMs, but from thousands of miles away. So explorers would come, they'd leave supplies and notes. Anyway, I tried to build a house out of rocks, and it didn't work out. But
Also,
there's hope.
Elvis First Place said, pretty sure they commented on her first Foot the Bill. I'm pretty sure. I can recall seeing her name pretty early in the game.
You have a very distinct name.
Yeah. It always makes me laugh.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But El Hopper said they would like to go to Canada too. Seems better than Texas. Honestly, anything it seems better than Texas.
When
and this comes from I was born and raised here.
You wanna get into some deep Texas lore. When we did the first Saw Foot the Bill, which we will talk about this evening, I listed shotguns at a price that some would have considered prohibitively cheap.
People got so mad about that.
Not knowing that in Texas, guns are just kind of... think pine cone, like potpourri, can be more expensive than a gun.
Also, you upset a lot of people when you didn't charge for chains for Saw 3.
Exactly.
In school. And
So
you're
that's
like,
the-
schools have chains, and people were like, what the hell schools do y'all go to? I'm like,
Texas.
I can distinctly remember schools after
Yeah.
hours chaining the doors.
All of our schools, and I've been to many Texas schools,
Yeah.
all of them had chains.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that is a Texas thing. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. But, you know, it's fine. Wait, I'm going to turn the jazz down just a little bit. The chains and the guns, they just drop out of the trees.
I mean,
It's
It's Texas, y'all. Like.
it really is. Chains, guns, and cowboy hats.
Yeah.
I want out.
And boots.
r/I want out. Those boots are expensive.
Yeah.
Don't buy cowboy boots in Texas.
Why chains? I don't know. I never questioned why chains were used to lock the doors in schools.
So,
we were just so used to it.
My understanding is that it's the fastest and cheapest way to lock a door that doesn't have a lock, which I guess our schools didn't have locks. I don't know.
Yeah.
We grew up in a weird time.
Yeah.
Maybe schools have locks now.
I don't know.
Do they still have chains? Are we just out of touch?
Maybe.
Do I need to go try to break into
we
a school?
did graduate high school in 2009.
I don't know about that. I'm just a wee baby of 6 years old. Or I'm 6,000. Who can say? A lock-in. Oh, lock-in actually makes me... God, there's so many little... So I went through and I looked at the questions for this evening, and I thought of things that we could talk about and future projects that we want to tease and things like that. But... we should get started, shouldn't we?
Yeah. I'd
We should
say
get
like,
into it.
it seems like a good amount of people were here.
Well...
Good old Tex ass. I like that. I've never heard that.
Oh, it's Texas.
It is. And it's only getting hotter here. I'm
It
only
is.
getting more miserable.
I'm already sweating. And I don't get nervous, so, you know. But welcome, one and all, to the 50,000 subscriber special, a PowerPoint presentation. I figured this was probably the best means by which we should do this. So, question one. Question.
Put together a little PowerPoint.
Question one. There we go. I got it. How/when did you come up with Foot the Bill? This was asked by Michael, Nick, Obvious Alex C, Alex, and Shifakra. I hope I got that right. How and when did we come up with Foot the Bill? We sat on the idea for a year prior to posting the first video.
Most of the tail end of 2022, most of 2023. You were pitching this idea about doing an economical financial breakdown of films. And you kept asking me, you're like, would
this a
you
good
watch
idea?
that?
Is this
Is
a
this a
good
good idea? And I was like, I love watching random stuff
Yeah.
on YouTube. I love retrospectives. And I was like, that sounds like something I would watch.
Truthfully, we just bothered our friends a lot asking if they would watch our videos, and all of them said, yeah, probably. And none of them are here tonight, but that's okay.
Not to out our friends, most people that are close to us don't really.
They don't watch YouTube
They don't
that
watch
much.
YouTube.
They
and-
watch a lot of TikTok. They watch a lot of
Yeah,
shorts.
yeah.
But no, so what happened was we were watching Jigsaw, as we do,
Yeah.
and Annalise,
Well, we were going through a Summer Saw watch through.
Like we
and
do.
When we got to Jigsaw, I remember going on a little rant.
you're a little frustrated.
I went on a little rant about the TVs
Mm-hmm.
in Billy's eyes, and I was like, if this is supposed to be a prequel, why is everything so nice? These TVs didn't exist if this supposedly happened sometime in
flat
the 90s.
screens in the 90s.
Yeah, and
uh,
like the LED lights, and Trey was like, no, I think these TVs existed, and he kind of went on his own research.
I thought to myself, I have a degree in history. I know how to Google things really well. So why not Google it and find out? Why not, right? So I looked into it and I discovered that, yeah, no, flat screen panels did exist back then. And you could, for a very, very, very cost prohibitive price tag, buy flat screen TVs. So I was like, okay, so in sort of the Mythbusters, you know, like Mythbusters would do the three categories, right? Like it's busted,
Yeah,
it's
plausible,
or it's proven,
proven, yeah,
or whatever the third one is. I'm clearly a fan. So I was like, okay, so it's plausible.
yeah.
And then the question became,
how the hell does he afford to do all this?
yeah,
then?
because like the other traps are just trash.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to accept that
Yeah.
trash is trash. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's why the first Saw movie is so cheap.
Yeah.
But when you start getting into things like, you know, a bunch of plasma TVs inside of a silo,
Yeah.
it's
So it really was Jigsaw that got, like, and in my little rant about, you know, and I know that Jigsaw...
It was at the time the worst Saw movie that got us going on this
Yes.
conversation.
Yeah, and
Go
I was
figure.
just like, you know, the previous films, I know movie magic is movie magic, but
Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of like, it doesn't make sense, like, and then, like, Trey kind of did, like, a guesstimate, and he was like, he would have spent a lot of money if this is technically the first game, and I'm like, oh, so he blew all his money for the first game, and then went super cheap for the remainder of the
Mm-hmm. Right, as he
series,
ran out of
so-
money. And then, so I was like, okay, well, if I was going to do this as like a thing, I wouldn't want to start with Jigsaw.
No, we would have to go all the way back to the
I would want to
beginning,
start
yeah.
with the first movie as it came out. So I was like, okay, so I kind of did like a rough script put together of it, and that first video is rough. And there's stuff that I got wrong, not the
Yeah,
shotguns
fun fact,
necessarily, but
I didn't step in as editor until Saw 4. Trey was actually doing it all by himself.
I was drowning,
Yeah.
but you could see the soul was there.
Yeah.
We hadn't quite landed on like cat memes as like a response language. That
And
wasn't
like,
our.
I
you know.
don't call myself an editor. I'm purely self-taught.
I
but
think by this point you can.
I was well,
I think at this point you can call yourself an editor. We're
but
how many videos in?
Trey was trying to do it all. He was writing, he was researching, he was editing.
It was tough.
I did notice when I go back and watch them, they were a little rough, and I was like, I would change this. And then I asked, hey, I started stepping in to help a little bit, and then I was like, can I just fully edit one of these by myself?
Go for it.
Yeah,
Because you worked a little bit on Saw 2
a little bit
and a little bit
only-
more on Saw
Yeah,
3.
I worked a little bit more on Saw 3.
And then I was like, please
but
take
then
over.
I came in swinging on Saw 4. I
Yeah.
completely edited that one by myself.
So, Saw 1, so normally when YouTube monetizes you and gives you partnership, that you need like a few videos under your belt to really get it going. That first video took off so well, we got monetized within like 3 days, I think, as it started
I
to
honestly
blow
was
up.
very surprised when that the
Yeah.
first Saw video started taking off, and I was like, huh.
And then that video, I think we finally I made the decision to make that video while we were on our honeymoon.
Yeah, so we decided to actually do it in 2023. We decided to pull the trigger and just
Yeah.
do it, get it done. If it took off, it took off. If it didn't, well, we
Janky
did it.
version of Adobe Premiere.
We really got inspired.
Terrible computer.
2023, we went to a local Houston horror convention called Houston Horror Film Fest.
Mhm.
They're amazing.
Which we now fought.
And we met Shawnee Smith there. And
Oh.
she was so. If y'all have met her, or please meet her, she is wonderful. She loves the fans. We didn't tell her about wanting to do Foot the Bill or anything, but just meeting her was very inspiring. And then 2 weeks later, Trey and I went on our honeymoon because we got married that summer. And we were just like, we were talking about it on our honeymoon. And I was like, when we get back,
Just do it.
just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Why not? And that first video, because of copyright issues, because of, not understanding how YouTube works, barely.
And I told Trey, because I had no input in the first video.
Yeah.
I was like, put it out, do it, and if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, we did it.
Because we had messed around with gaming prior to that, and we had done okay. I think we
some
hit.
people like my friends.
Yeah,
liked to
we
watch
hit like a couple hundred subs just gaming and doing classic games and playing Luigi's Mansion and like Catherine and stuff. And when Foot the Bill took off, it was like, okay, well, we know what the channel is now.
Yeah.
So we'll just shift over to that. We had I used to have
The goal
videos of
wasn't
like
to become like a gameplay channel.
no, it was just honestly, I think we started doing YouTube stuff because we wanted to have something to look back on in like 30 years. Be like, we did that.
Yeah, we did that.
And then we, go crazy in the old folks home or something.
Elle asked where we went on our honeymoon.
Oh,
so,
I took Annalise to Disneyland for her birthday.
Disney World.
Or sorry, Disney World for her birthday, for our honeymoon, and for the very first time.
Yes, it is always. I'm side-eyeing Disney now. But,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
Florida's.
But it was always a dream of mine since I was a little girl to go to Disney World. I grew up very poor, so vacations were not a thing for me.
No.
And Disney World was little Annalise's big dream. And Trey, I'm gonna cry, but took me for the first time, and it was very magical getting to see the castle and everything.
We stayed with some friends who
at
lived
the time
in Florida
we had
at
a
the
friend
time.
that lived in Florida, so we stayed with them, and they took us.
Yeah. Shout out to actually a few of my experts were in that house at that time, and I was sort of fielding them potential questions for future videos. But yeah, that's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
It was a Hail Mary. It was a why not.
Yeah.
All right. So, how did you get into YouTube? Why did you make your first video by Pognot? We kind of answered that.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it.
Just to see what would happen.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, we were watching Jigsaw, and then when you actually found the TVs,
I saw that it was
similar.
plausible.
And they were just very expensive for the era the supposed first game takes place, which I think maybe it's somewhere mid-90s, because Cecil's game is technically somewhere in 1995, question mark. I still don't know if the barn game came before Cecil or Cecil.
No, Cecil would have come
Okay,
first.
okay.
Yeah.
Have to watch that CZ World timeline again.
No, Cecil happens first.
But yeah, I was like, what is it, flat screen, plasma TVs?
Yeah.
They weren't really a thing until like mid-2000s.
Yeah.
I don't remember plasma TVs until like 2005, 2006.
But the technology was available commercially to purchase much earlier than that. However, that's not foot the bill. This is how did you get into YouTube? And you got into YouTube way before we ever did anything together.
So the only editing history I say I have is in in 2005, my family got our first computer. My aunt gave my family a computer when I was like 15, and that was back in the day when like you had to have internet through like those AOL discs, if anyone remembers those. And internet was super expensive, so we didn't always have internet. So, you know, I'm a bored little teenager. What did I do? I just started messing around on the computer and figuring out what I can do on a computer offline. And I discovered Windows Media Maker.
Or Windows Movie Maker?
Windows Movie Maker. Yeah. If anyone remembers that editing software. And I started messing around making, basically taking movies and making little music videos out of them. And when we got more consistent internet, I made a YouTube channel, and I made like FMVs to Pirates of the Caribbean because it's my favorite movie, and I had a decent following. People would message me asking for like requests, and I would make, you know, if anyone remembers Will and Elizabeth from that, I would make little Willabeth videos.
Now, how many subscribers did you have?
I think at the time, maybe 5,000 when I was like 17.
5,000 subscribers in 2007?
But YouTube was a whole different avenue. I eventually did have to shut down the channel because in like 2008, I believe or 2009, it's when YouTube got really harsh on the copyright.
Well, because people were just uploading
Those
movies,
of us who were
so.
FMV, AMV makers, most of us got our channels threatened.
Pretty fucked.
Yeah, so a lot of us had to shut down or got shut down.
So it's gone now.
Yeah, it's all gone. I know. It kills me. All my videos are gone.
Well, now you have a new successful channel to kind of sit on. So that was your first video. My first video in earnest was to get my city to fix the goddamn pipes. Because prior to that, like, you know, recording gameplay is fun. It's jokes. It's improv, whatever. The first video I'm proud of, and it's still on the channel, you can go watch it right now. It's me imitating David Attenborough, describing the misanthropic downfall of humanity with slow cinematic panning shots of the pipes in my cul-de-sac having burst. And just water gushing up from the earth, and like a Jack Daniels bottle floating in the water.
Yeah, we had a fire hydrant that just had bust and was leaking. It was like leaking for 2 weeks. So you made that like little David Attenborough like
humanity is spiraling.
And apparently, somebody sent it to the city.
Yeah.
And it got fixed like immediately.
Yeah, they went out and they fixed it within, I don't know, like 24 hours or something.
Yeah.
It was great.
We don't know who sent it or who found it.
It made its way around the neighborhood, and my mom was just like, hey, the neighbor just told me that they saw this video, and I think it was on your channel? It
And
was
you're
very
like,
effective.
oh, I just made that for shits and giggles.
No, I made that with a purpose, and it's to complain about the goddamn pipes being broken because they were just water was just flowing out of the fucking soil into the street.
So we were
for
asked was it
days.
effective. I mean, the pipe got fixed, so yeah, I would say it was.
It hasn't broken
it
since.
It hasn't broken since.
It has not broken since. All right. So, question 3.
Yeah.
When you say you consulted an expert, how many times is it actually an expert? And how many times do you say that to cover up the convoluted research you had to do? Androsius. Okay, so here's what I'll tell you. I always ask my experts first when like I get the initial buzz for like how does this work. I always try to find an expert, and while I'm waiting for them to respond, I'll start doing my research. And I'll go down several rabbit holes until I hear back from them. And this comes from a background in journalism, right? I'll get a hunch on something or I'll get a lead and then I'll go digging and I'll wait for my guys to get back to me. And then when they get back to me, I'll edit down what I've discovered and I'll go over it with them. I'm like, is this accurate? Is this not? What does this look like? What doesn't this look like? So there's always an expert. And there's also convoluted research that I have to do. So really it's the experts that help clean up the convoluted research. And I love my experts. And the reason most of them have to stay anonymous is because a lot of them end up working for the government.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we have had some people be like, oh, you can say my name, but just don't say my last name.
Yeah.
Or some people don't want to be named at all just because they don't want to be linked.
Alex is a huge win for that,
Yeah.
having the bravery to say that they worked on the Squid Game video, which I really liked and didn't get as much love as I'd hoped it would
It
because
seems to be getting some love recently.
yeah,
so.
well, I think
But
honor among
I think
thieves,
some
man.
people wanted to wait until they caught up with the
That's
season,
fair.
which is
That's
fair.
fair. And
But
by
we
the
didn't
way,
have any season 3 spoilers. So.
what's great, yeah, there's no season 3 spoilers in it. And also, the conclusion of season 3 just makes that number so much bigger
Yeah.
in favor of the people who run the games.
Yeah.
My God. My God. My God.
Yeah.
Also, waiting for all that concrete to dry. My God. My God. My God. So it's probably hollow.
To chime in on this question,
Hmm.
not really a question, but you had actually reached out to Reddit when you were doing research for Scream.
Oh, yeah.
And you went to the crime scene cleanup subreddit.
Yeah,
And you actually asked, like, did anyone do crime scene cleanup specifically in the 90s? And you were talking
Mm-hmm.
about Scream. And somebody came in. Yeah, they happened to have worked at this time.
Yeah,
and
they were.
They gave you so much information, and I was flabbergasted. I was like, whoa.
It's still up on Reddit.
Yeah.
If you go to those subreddits, I left it up because that's valuable information for anybody. When you work in history, it's important to let history happen and let people discover history and to leave those notes behind, because the worst possible thing, oh God, when you start digging, I can go on a whole fucking thing. Anyway, finding those experts is an absolute gem, and finding people who are willing to share their knowledge with me and consequently with us is such a rare thing, because it opens up visibility on subjects that you would have never encountered before. I don't personally know anybody who's a crime scene cleanup, veteran, but
we don't have any friends in that field.
to be able to ask what that business looked like in the 90s into the 2000s, to be able to generate an economic model of how that looks moving forward, phenomenal. I love it. So good question. Thank you, Androsius. A cat? Heck.
Meow.
Meow.
We've got plenty of cats.
Yeah, and you'll see them. Don't worry. What's a movie that you would like to cover that you have no idea how you would audit? Daniel Perez.
Well, I've seen in the comments, we did Pirates of the Caribbean as a LOL April Fool's.
Yeah, that was fun.
People actually have been asking for us to continue the series.
Oh, with Pirates 2?
Pirates 2, Pirates 3, but
I
it's not really plausible because once 2 and 3, it's more story driven, not so much what does Jack pirate. Like
I
the
guess he
first
does. I mean, he does hire a crew twice,
movie. Yeah, but we don't.
and they don't
yeah.
do a lot of pirating because they complain about that. So actually,
Yeah.
Pirates 2
But-
is probably a lot of debt.
but
Not a lot of
I
profit.
don't think he pays them because in Pirates 2, when they're in the bone cage, when they're climbing,
Yeah.
or was it the first one? Gibbs says something along, heave like you're being paid for it. I think that's in Pirates 2. When they're fighting the Kraken. Yeah, they're fighting the Kraken and they're
Heave like you're getting paid for it.
Heave like you're getting paid for
Yeah.
it. So clearly they're not being paid.
But that is debt owed. So I guess
I think Willy Wonka is doable.
Willy Wonka's doable.
Yeah.
The other one is OSHA violations, right? I tried so hard to figure out how to make OSHA violations interesting. And actually now I think I know how. I just realized how to make OSHA violations interesting.
Oh.
Right here, right now. This is
Live?
breaking news. Breaking Kitten Arcader news. Scrolling. Cherries. So we've been talking about a couple of different series that we might want to add to the docket, to the lineup. We have Foot the Bill, right, where we audit your favorite media. We have Level With Me, where we calculate your favorite video game media and outgame media, or video games and outgame media. In-game things and outgame media. Yeah. And I've been playing with two other sort of sister series to go along with that. The first is where we compare early drafts of scripts to the movies that came out. There's enough there that I could make it work. I find it interesting. And, it's a lot of stuff that gets cut and left on the floor that you don't get behind the scenes for. The problem is we'd also want to like storyboard it and kind of animate it, so it would take time.
I don't have. I've only dabbled in stop motion animation, but I went to school for art.
Yeah.
And I got a bachelor's in illustration.
I know you've done
storyboarding.
Yes.
I did take a lot of classes on storyboarding.
So we could probably storyboard that.
Yeah.
And
I did storyboard for our latest April Fool's video, Roger Rabbit, because you had pulled some things that had never been animated.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll dabble with some storyboards, so those drawings are by me.
Yeah. And then, so that's my unscripted series. And it's also kind of untitled because I don't know if unscripted is good. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But the newer series that I've been thinking about, somebody was talking about it in the Discord, people have talked about it in comments, and I've thought, maybe. I'm interested in doing a series that explores taking characters in movies to court. So
yeah, we actually got inspired because we recently did a rewatch of Better Call Saul, and you're like, I think, and people in the Discord were asking if doing something like legality.
Yeah, so there's a couple of channels that do something similar, and I appreciate what they do, but they're lacking things that I would want to see in a series. And I'm only going to make a series if it's something that I want to watch, right? Yeah. I only make YouTube videos that I like to watch, and I like to watch some weird YouTube videos, so that's fine. But if we do it, I don't know. I mean, you got to turn out to see it, right? You got to be the ones to watch it. But if we did it, it would be called See You in Court.
The People versus Ferris Bueller.
And we would just take characters to court. So, it was kind of inspired by Saul Goodman. It was kind of inspired by like watching Law Abiding Citizen and being like, oh, this is like if John Kramer was taken to court. Yeah. And then it's like, well, what would he actually be charged with?
Right.
So I would dig into where do the crimes take place? Are any of them state versus federal? What are the precedents for the charges laid? I would actually go about trying to do my best, not as a lawyer, but I would speak to my lawyer friends to prosecute these characters and take them to court.
Yeah. And then, of course, like, people can declare immunity if they're outing someone else involved,
sure,
or, taking deals.
Yeah, like what kind of deal would John Kramer have? Well, he has a bunch of apprentices, or, maybe he knows something about some corruption. Maybe he can plead insanity. And then we would see how sufficient that works. And I already know in my mind, like I know off the top of my head, the court cases that I would reference in a Taking John Kramer to Court video. So that interests me a lot. that gets my gears running, and I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of excited about that. But it would involve movie clips, probably storyboarding, a lot of Phoenix Wright clips, because
We talk about Phoenix Wright a lot in the Discord.
yeah, we love that shit.
That was a game I played a lot in college.
We were gonna stream it once upon a time back when we were a gaming
Oh
channel.
my gosh, yeah.
But, so that kind of opens it up for you. There are definitely movies. Is Jason Voorhees legally responsible for the deaths that he caused posthumously?
Right.
That's a good question.
Right. Could Freddy Krueger be charged even though he's a dream entity?
Right?
Like, he does get pulled into the real world occasionally.
And
but...
we know what his actual crimes were.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I know what kind of man he was.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. That's an idea. That's an idea that we're kind of fielding around. So unscripted, and see you in court. If that interests you, I don't know. Let me know. I ask about it in some upcoming videos. But yeah, so not bad, right? So
Is Jason technically a Deadite? Isn't it canon that Jason exists in the Evil Dead?
yes.
Yeah.
But doesn't a Deadite require the book in order to?
Yeah, you have to do the incantation from the
Does the
book.
incantation create Deadites, or did Deadites create the incantations?
I don't know. I'm
I'll have
not
to-
too up on Evil Dead lore.
I'll have to. Anyway, next question. We got to get through these. We got a lot of questions.
That's the problem. We can go.
We can vamp. What has been your favorite video to make, from research to filming and everything in between? So, what's your favorite video that we've done so far? What's the favorite video that you?
I would probably
it's-
say it was Jigsaw.
Yeah?
It was the video that. It was the movie that started this whole channel.
Yeah.
And I was excited when we finally got to it. And I was like, we finally got to the movie that this inspired this entire thing. Yeah, so I am really partial to Jigsaw.
Okay. Typically, my favorite video that we've done is the most recent one, because I get so enthralled in the world of researching whatever it is I'm researching that I find it very difficult to do anything if I'm not having fun. If it stresses me out in the slightest, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm adverse to it. But so typically, yeah, it's the most recent one that we did. But I think one of the most exciting twists that we came up with was in the Squid Game video, where it turns out that not only can they foot the bill, they can foot the bill like 50 times over.
The amount of research you and Alex did on that
Yeah.
was insane to me. You came back with all your notes, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I have a giant, like, 800-page notebook just filled.
I will say,
With all of my
editing a
notes.
series, God, that's a beast to edit 2 seasons.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
because
that
then
was-
I have to scrub through like
Yeah.
episodes, and I forgot how many episodes are in each.
I had to put a lot of projects to the side. We both had to put a lot of projects to the side to work on that video.
Yeah,
and
I
it
think
took us...
the Squid Game video
Yeah.
took me like a total of 2 weeks to edit fully.
honestly, the process of working on that video took months.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the actual work that y'all don't
yeah.
see that goes into the video.
It really fucked with our schedule.
It did. I hate it sometimes when we
Yeah.
approach a project, and I hate when it takes a lot longer.
I know. And that's also why...
I feel so bad that the Saw video games, because I was like,
I know.
when we were streaming them, I'm like, oh, these should be done in a few weeks, and I didn't realize the amount of research work it was
It's
going to take.
taken-
Oh, and editing too. It took me almost a
Yeah.
month to edit the Saw 1 video.
It's taken 6 months of working on Saw 2 to get to where we are.
Yeah.
And yeah, we really are just a 2-person team. Huh?
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's only so many hours in the day, and
Woo.
I try not to put myself like, I try to work at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
I know some editors will do 18. I'm like, oh,
I know Scott the Waz has terrible work-life balance when he does his editing. So
Yeah.
because he films, writes, and shoots and edits everything himself. I know Rachel Maxey
Yeah.
writes, edits, shoots
Yeah.
everything herself.
I love her.
I don't know if Rachel and June have an editor, but
don't know.
I think it's just them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. So I don't know, man. I do not know. It's a lot.
Side note, I was gonna say Jigsaw is my favorite video because it has one of my favorite jokes in it. It was when
Oh, syringes fall from the ceiling.
and they have math on them.
Ah! Yeah.
And like just the cut to the cat, the cat yelling, and then the cat with all the equations yelling. I was like,
Math
yeah.
cat.
Even though I edited that, it still makes me laugh. I'm like,
I have to say,
And we were asked how many years of your life would you say the Saw games have taken in total from you? I would say probably 5.
5 to 10. Yeah.
5 to 10.
And now having
I don't
to
know,
relive.
2 probably took 10 just by itself.
Watching the stream for 2 has been hell. And realizing that there's some things that I missed, and I may have to go back.
Also, we got some new people in. Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello, welcome. But Charlie, thank you. To answer your question, Jigsaw and all of them. Happy birthday! Thank you. It was recently my birthday, and it was less recently Annalise's birthday.
Yeah, my birthday was earlier this month.
We are very close in birth dates.
Yeah,
We're both
birthdays are like
September
2
babies.
weeks away from each other.
What do you think makes an entertaining horror / slasher? Klaus.
That's hard because I love many horror movies. Good ones, bad ones.
Mastering the sense of dread.
I'm personally a fan of things set in real terms. That's why I like Saw so much.
I like grounded.
Grounded, yeah. Not to say I don't like supernatural stuff, but that's why I think the Saw series is my favorite, because John Kramer is just a cancer-stricken old man.
Right.
But his mind is so dangerous.
He's just so angry.
Yeah.
He's an angry boy.
But I think the realism that, well, you know, the traps can be a little... I don't know how that would work IRL.
No, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Just people would die faster.
Yeah.
That's typically the...
People wouldn't
Yeah.
be struggling as much as...
Nah, you die faster.
Yeah, or your body would go into shock at some point and you would just pass out. Like,
The amount of people that don't freeze up during a trap is very unrealistic. Because you would just freeze and then 45 seconds pass and then boop, you're dead.
Yeah.
For me, I agree. Grounding it in realism is really good. I love a good horror movie that makes me question whether or not it's supernatural. That's why...
Yeah. Weapons was the latest horror movie that we really enjoyed.
Weapons was really, really fucking good, and I loved it.
And
I'm
it's
also a huge
supernatural.
Whitest Kids fan.
No.
It is supernatural,
It is
but,
super-
well,
I like it.
spoilers,
Oh,
but it ended up being really good, and it made me wonder the whole time, right? Conversely, you know, it's kind of why I didn't like Long Legs, because it was making you wonder the whole time, is it just, like, are they crazy, or is it supernatural? And then the ending of it, no, I'm not going to spoil it, but...
Yeah, it kind of left me scratching my head like,
I didn't get the vibes that I was hoping to get from it. However, my favorite horror movie is The Blair Witch Project, and that movie leaves you wondering if it was supernatural or not the whole time.
It is.
That movie, not including the sequels or anything, but that movie is questionably, is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I personally, I love horror films that challenge me psychologically. Big fan of those.
Yeah.
But like I said, I still like... I would say my second favorite horror franchise. I love Child's Play, Chucky. I love that damn little doll. He horrified me.
Foul-mouthed, a rude
he scared
fucking
the
doll.
shit out of me when I was a little kid.
That rude
but
fucking doll.
I love Child's Play series.
That's
And it was
great.
so cool. Like, we got to meet Chris Sarandon at this past Houston Horror Film Fest. Who he was in the first Child's Play movie. Like we met him as Jack and Sally because of course he's the voice of Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. But it was so cool. I'm like, oh, I love Child's Play, and like, you were a detective, like that. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm also got a little bit of dinner.
But like, I still love Nightmare on Elm Street, like Friday the 13th, all those classics.
Yeah, I mean the classic. It's a growing sense of dread.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw.
And it's rooting it in realism. I think those are the two. That's why Texas Chainsaw scared me more than Nightmare on Elm Street. But that's also why the first Friday the 13th is so good, because you think it's a zombie, and it's just a woman.
Yeah.
Terribly pissed off. And then it's a zombie.
And then it's,
Which is, that's a decision. How long does it take you to come up with the trap names? Do you decide on traffic jam first, then fill in the letters with words, or do you write down a bunch of words describing the trap and then try to arrange a title from there? Julia, happy birthday from Germany. Thank you, Julia.
This is you, because I don't help with those.
Yeah, I kind of do like a dream board for each trap. It also, I need to decide what is a trap and what isn't. Does this qualify? Does this not qualify? Does this get an acronym? Because they don't always do. Not all of them do. That's okay. You know, sometimes my brain's just like, pfft. But once I hone in on like a concept for the trap, that's when it starts to unfurl in my mind, and I'll just sit on it for a while. I'll have placeholder names for a while as well, where I don't always go with my first one. But
also, side question: we were asked if we've seen Violent Nature. I've never heard of that, so I'll have to look into that.
In a Violent Nature? Violent Nature? Also,
Or In a Violent Nature? Yeah.
Alex on Twitch suggested an April Fool's idea: Titanic.
I like Titanic.
I love Titanic.
Yeah, it's one of my brother's a big movie buff ever since we were kids. So
He's huge into Titanic.
Yes, Titanic is like, if I have to rank his top 5 movies, Titanic would probably be, if not one, definitely in top 5. Christine's another one of his favorites, and yeah, I watched Titanic a lot as a kid because he was constantly watching it.
Yeah.
So that would be fun.
Would be.
That's like a 3. We recently rewatched it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edible Friend asks, are you interested in making supercuts of anything you have or might cover? Yes. Yes, I am interested in supercuts.
Which, like what?
Of us.
Oh.
Of stuff from our videos.
Oh, okay. Well,
You may not know that we have a YouTube channel.
No.
Where we have running
it took
jokes.
me a minute to remember what supercut was. I was like, huh?
Yeah, you know, like when
I know
Dead Meat
Dead
does
Meat
the
does, yeah, supercuts.
and then what Super Mega does, like best of
Yeah.
after like
okay,
a
yeah,
year.
the Game Grumps does this.
Yeah.
Best
So
of.
supercuts.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I already know what I'm pulling from Jigsaw.
right. Well, yeah. I know why supercuts are made, and it's to fill the content stream so that you always have a video on schedule. But also I love supercuts. So
Also, we were asked, going back to type of horror we like, what do you think about the type of VHS horror like Local 58?
love it.
I'm a big fan of the VHS franchise. I like those. I
Huge
grew up.
into VHS.
Yeah, I grew up
love
really
found
enjoying
footage.
anthology series. Like, if anyone remembers Cat Eye, the Stephen King anthology. Yeah, I grew up really. So VHS is definitely those for me.
I'm definitely a found footage horror.
Everyone wants a supercut of
All the John
Kramer.
Kramers. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God! And then yeah. Or nah, you remember man. Yeah, I kind of miss doing the wacky intros to videos as well. We did it for Saw 6.
Oh yeah.
Where I called Hoffman.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then I had to freaking like try to edit that together, and I was like, this is a bit difficult.
That was really fun. And then we did it for FNAF.
Oh, someone said a supercut of Name. That's Name.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely interested in supercuts. Actually, if you filled out the questionnaire Google form thing, I asked you what your favorite moments from Foot the Bill and like other videos are. Might come into play. We'll see.
Also, side question: we were asked, would we ever consider doing an episode on Scooby-Doo villains? I
Yeah,
love Scooby-Doo.
I think if it fits,
I watched a lot of Scooby-Doo as a kid.
probably
I
maybe
love
like
the
a.
live-action movies too.
I was gonna say either live action or some sort of compilation of like villains
Live-action
and
movies would
ranking
be
them.
fun.
I think ranking them would be fun. How many times do you rewatch a movie before footing the bill? From Flossing Bag 4317. A lot.
Usually, if it's a movie we've never seen, we just sit down and watch the movie. Just
to get it.
Just to get it.
the vibe of it.
And then typically a rewatch too, because you take notes.
And then I take notes.
And then I kind of just watch to see, well, what do I want to clip? What do I want to cut?
She
when
takes
I'm
her
watching
own
a
notes,
movie,
yeah.
I mentally take, how am I going to edit this movie down? And then you slowly scrub through.
Yeah, and then I sit there with the movie over the course of a week or so, sometimes longer, and I scrub through slowly what is worth talking about, what isn't worth talking about, what's interesting to me, moments that are funny. Funny movies are the hardest to make jokes about because they are inherently funny.
So I'd say on average, maybe 4 to 5 times a movie's fully rewatched.
Easily 4 to 5 times.
Also, someone asked, can you hit him with a John Kramer?
John and Kramer! Jigsaw!
Also, someone said foot the bill of the live-action Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be fun.
That would probably... Actually, yeah, the live action would have to... Yeah, why not? Do you have any kitties of your own? Machamel. Machamel?
We have two kitties.
The answer is yes, and I have a video of them. Behold. This one in the collar is Rama, or Ramses, and this one on the ground is Oz, or Ozymandias.
And that's our boys.
Yeah.
They are brothers.
They're brothers.
They just turned 2 in July.
They were rescued.
Yeah, we adopted them from a shelter probably about an hour from here, but unfortunately they were found at 3 weeks old with 2 other siblings who were fostered out and adopted. They were thrown on the side of the highway in a box during a horrific heat wave, but somebody thankfully found them. They went off to fosters, got bottle fed, and I knew the foster when we were looking for kittens, so
Yeah.
we pretty much adopted them straight when they were old enough to straight from the foster home. They never went to the shelter.
They never knew a shelter.
Yeah, they never knew a
only
shelter.
known our love.
But it breaks my heart that someone saw them as trash and threw them to the side of the highway when they're the best boys ever.
They
Like,
are.
look at them, they're so cute.
The way that he just like, oh, did you leave? Okay.
Oh, we were asked, was Ozymandias a Breaking Bad reference? Actually,
No.
your mom named them.
Well, kind of. I suggested the name. So.
Oh, did you?
Yes. This is my family's owned Siamese cats my whole life. Our first Siamese cat was Nefertiti. Our second Siamese cat was Tutankhamun, which are both Egyptian pharaoh and pharaohess. And then because these two were brothers, I decided, well, let's just give them the same name of the same guy, but the Greek and then the Egyptian. So Ramses, the great builder, his name in Greek is Ozymandias. Ozymandias, the great builder, his name in Egyptian is Ramses. So,
I
Rama and
actually
Oz.
didn't realize there was an episode of Breaking Bad called Ozymandias.
Well, Ozymandias, Percy Shelley wrote, or is it Lord Byron? I can't remember. I think it was Percy Shelley. Someone fact check me on that.
But yeah, they're named after gods because Trey's family has had Siamese, and that was their theme. They
Well,
always-
pharaohs, not gods.
Oh, pharaohs.
But you get worshipped as a god, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I mean,
is
they-
Mr. Beast a god? I don't know, maybe, But so yes, we do have cats, and we also have some dead cats.
Oh, I miss my boys.
They're up on the shelf right now.
Got a little collection of past cats' ashes.
We have an ofrenda year round of our deceased kitties, and we will be celebrating them during.
Dios de los muertos.
So look forward to that. Maybe we'll make a post about it.
I wish
It
they
is
could
Shelley.
live
Okay.
forever,
Thank you.
but they can't.
Also, leche concentrada, condensada. How do you choose the movies to work on? A lot of them are submitted by you, actually. So if you have a movie idea, I read every comment, for better or worse. If you have a movie idea, go for it. I also look up movies to cover, like V for Vendetta, or Theme Park, or Heretic, or, oh god, there's so many others. I have a master list of probably...
Oh, this said a pharaoh would never correct you if you called him a god.
Yeah, no. If somebody asks if you're a god, you tell them yes. Copycat, Heretics, Skill House, Amusement, The Game, Harriet the Spy, Matilda, Until Dawn, John Q, The Amateur, Promising Young Woman, The Neighbor, You're Next. Drop the Gorge, Barbie. Can we afford Barbie? Kiss the Girl, Along Came a Spider, Insomnia, Mindhunters, Escape from Treasure Island, American Psycho, People Under the Stairs, Opus, Drop, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13, Locked, The Watcher, Hannibal, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
So if you have a video you want to see, comment it.
I felt bad because
Post it,
someone since the
email
beginning
it.
kept suggesting law-abiding citizen, and that we finally got to.
They were right.
They were right.
They were
that
right.
I'd never seen it. I don't know how that movie never came on my radar, but
You were right.
I loved that movie.
right.
I was like, how's it taking me this long to see it? It was so good.
Yeah, no, they're right. They're absolutely right. But yeah, so yes. What is your favorite video game or video game franchise? Arctic Dino, and A While Totodile.
Oh, well, I do have a favorite video game.
Oh, what is it?
It's Banjo-Kazooie.
What?
Yeah.
No.
It was my first video game I ever played as a wee little child. I was like 8 or 9 when that game came out. It's the reason I bought my first game system. I remember a neighbor had that game, and the kids showed me, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I begged my mom for a Nintendo 64, and we saved up for it. I remember we got the Nintendo 64, I think in like 2000. It was kind of like the end of its lifespan, but it was, I was a poor kid. It was my only gaming console I really had. But my mom's like, all right, what game you want? And I was like, Banjo! And I played the hell out of that game as a kid.
But that's not your favorite game franchise.
No, I would say my favorite franchise is Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I love Silent Hill a lot.
Yeah.
We're currently playing through Silent Hill F.
I thought about streaming it, but you're not going to be here next Friday.
Yeah.
And I am going to be here, so I'll probably do a stream next Friday if I'm feeling up. I have like surgery next week.
Yeah.
So
You're having some medical stuff going on next week, so
bit.
to be determined.
My favorite video game of all time, I mean, the game that I probably spent the most time in would be probably The Witcher 3. I've played the entire Witcher series, all of them.
I know you're a big Metroid fan too.
I'm a really big Metroid fan. I love Metroid Fusion to death. I've played that quite a few times. You'd think I would be good at Hollow Knight. I'm not.
I tried to play that game. That was too hard.
That game is too hard. But I'm franchises, it's hard. I mean, I
love video games. It's funny. I kind of accidentally stumbled into video games because I grew up with a younger brother. I have a brother like 2 years younger than me. And, you know, all family members, what do they do for every birthday, Christmas? They give the girl the Barbie dolls and they give the boy the video games. And my brother was given all, like, the handhelds and the games to go with it. But he honestly he's never really been a fan of video games. So I'd be like, hey, can I borrow it? And I remember the first time I played Pokemon Emerald. And I spent a whole summer just diving into that game. So it's funny, out of the two of us, I became the video game lover.
I think when I think about franchises in my favorite games, I think I actually prefer devs. I have favorite dev companies, not necessarily franchises, because I love Bloober.
And you actually liked Bloober way before they were...
I'm a fucking hipster for Bloober.
Before they did Silent Hill 2.
I've played Layers of Fear 1 and 2. I've played The Medium. I've played The Blair Witch Project.
Oh, we were asked about Fallout. I've never played Fallout. You've played Fallout.
I have. I remember watching the commercials for Fallout 3, and then the commercials for New Vegas, and then the commercials for 4, and being like, wow, games are getting, like, impressive.
Yeah.
I've played Fallout 4 several times. And
also, I do enjoy Legend of Zelda series. I play as many of those as I can. In college, I went through a big Legend of Zelda phase where I tried to play every single Zelda game up to that point, which I think I've played most of them. I haven't played the CDI ones, but I think that's fine. I've seen a walkthrough of it.
Oh yeah, Steampunk Fox asked, would the cost of destruction done by monsters in the monster movies be too impossible to do for a video?
Now
The biggest hurdle
played around with Godzilla.
The biggest hurdle with Godzilla is Japanese media is really hard to do on YouTube. Because Cry of Fear, absolutely. Cry of Fear is a classic. Godzilla and Japanese movies in general are hard to cover on YouTube because Japan is quite litigious and very controlling of their copyright IP. So that one's tough. But I would love to, and I'll try to. I'll try it, but
Yeah, I just know Toho can be pretty stickler about copyright.
The problem too is every time that we try a video, if it doesn't work out, it's a video that can't come out on YouTube potentially, and then it's a video that we spent weeks on that we have nothing to show for.
Yeah.
Like when videos get stuck in copyright, we don't have a team. We don't have a backlog of videos ready to go. We've tried to. It's hard, you know, like what the menu's sitting on the editing board right now, but we got sick for 2 weeks.
Oh my god, yeah.
And if we're both sick, I can't record and you can't edit.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it.
I mean, I'm working on it. Hopefully it should come out October, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, because
So,
it's looking to be about maybe a 35-minute video, and I can knock those out in about 3-4 days.
the good news is sometimes a video that I think is going to absolutely suck.
For April Fool's, do the Matthew Project Godzilla. I remember
I love that Godzilla.
I was taken to the movie theater to see that Godzilla as a kid, and
Do you want to know a personal anecdote about me? Every Godzilla movie makes me cry.
yeah, you just love Godzilla.
I love Godzilla so much, and I always, because Godzilla always dies. Always. And
Now, Trey showed me a lot of Godzilla movies. Minus
cried.
One actually made me cry at the end. And if you've seen how Minus One
Minus
ends,
One.
I didn't think that movie was going to make me cry. And then all of a sudden, I'm like,
And I looked at her, I was like, you get it now. You see why I always cry in these. And it's not because... Like, you know,
Minus One was an adventure in the theater.
That is a beautiful film.
That was a great... That's probably my favorite Godzilla
God, I love
movie.
Godzilla.
Yeah, it's a great Godzilla
Fuck,
movie.
I love Godzilla so much. So much. If we ever get a P.O. box, send me Godzilla shit. I drew Godzilla for an art show once, and I fucking love that piece of art, and I need to put it on our walls.
You were asked what your favorite Godzilla villain is.
Mechagodzilla. Hands down. I love the idea that we just built that shit. Follow up, King Ghidorah. Follow up, Mechaghidorah.
Mechaghidorah.
Yeah, so we went from perfect robot to perfect space deity to perfect robot space deity. And then Destroya and then Biolante and just the aesthetics of
You were
those.
asked if you've seen Shin Godzilla. You've seen every Godzilla.
I've seen every Godzilla. Shin Godzilla, goofy as fuck. Bro got googly eyes, and they did that on purpose?
Is that the one they made more cat-like, kind of?
No, that's the one that's just goofy as hell. It's, I get that,
Early
like...
Godzilla's a bit rough.
No, this one's recent.
Oh, this is recent?
Yeah, it's, I've shown you it. It's the one with the googly eyes.
Is that the googly eye?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
And,
the
like-
one that's, like, super skinny?
No, it's,
Well, there's so
just,
many Godzillas.
I know.
I don't
it's
know
okay.
Godzilla as much as
You know
do.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, Sailor Moon.
Shin Godzilla looks fucking bootleg, man.
Oh, I almost said, when his son was little, cried so much because movies were over and he just loved movies.
Oh, that was me. Yeah. I'm terrible at finishing anything because I'm like, don't let it end! I'll reread my favorite book 1,000 times, but I'll stop before the last chapter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Have you had other kinds of fascinations or urges that led to wanting to know the cost of things in movies? Asks Ace. Yes. Godzilla.
No.
So we live in Houston. Houston's a nightmare. Also, pardon the PowerPoint thing. They suggested images. I'm sure they're AI generated. Fuck you, Microsoft.
I
Whatever.
hope they're not.
I mean, that popcorn looks like shit, but popcorn always kind of looks like shit, so I
That's
don't
fair.
fucking know. Anyway, sorry. Tangent. We live in Houston, which is constantly destroyed by hurricanes, which costs money, right? Hurricanes cost a shit ton of money, and if you're gonna...
The most... I don't know if it's the most destructive, but I know Hurricane Harvey cost like over $20 million worth of damage.
Billions.
Was it billions?
It was
Was
billions.
it 20 billion?
It's one of the most expensive hurricanes in
Yeah.
history.
Yeah, we lived through that. That was fun.
Yes, we did. I had trauma from that for a long
I
time.
actually, at the time, was working at an animal shelter through Harvey, and wow, that was probably the most intense work I've ever done in my life. Saving animals is not an easy job, especially post a horrific hurricane.
So when you're dealing with hurricanes all the time, I mean, I used a hurricane to
I
estimate
mean, we
the
had a
damage.
hurricane last year that did.
Yeah.
It wasn't the worst
It
hurricane.
was wind
but
damage.
It was more wind damage.
But so I used hurricane data in the Batman video, calculating the Riddler, and I would use hurricane and natural disaster damage to calculate movies like Godzilla, and I have done it for fun, and I would love to do a video as well. What is your mother's maiden name, first pet's name, and the 3-digit sequence on the back of your credit card, asks Harbor. So her maiden name is... As a writer for Game Theory, do you ever plan to do some of your own theory videos? Also, how did you become a writer for Game Theory, asks Toonda. Hi, Toon. I know you couldn't make it because it's very late where you are, but this one's for you. So I'll start with the second half. The second half is, how did I become a writer for Game Theory? Now, to clarify, I've written a couple of episodes for Game Theory.
They've
Not all,
only ever released one,
yeah,
I believe.
not all of them have come out that I'm aware of. And I meant to pitch more this year, but I got wrapped up doing
All this
stuff.
And I mean, health stuff has been going on.
And health stuff, so it's tough. But I can tell you how I became a writer for Game Theory. I was approached. I was scouted, and I thought it wasn't real.
Oh yeah,
it was just out of nowhere. It was like, hey,
we thought it was a scam email.
Yeah, and I was like, has anybody ever gotten a scam email from like someone pretending to be from Game Theory? What's going on here?
We weren't sure.
And so I got asked, like, if you were going to write for Game Theory, what channels would you do? And I'm like, well, my main channel covers, movies, so I guess film theory or game theory. But if you want to look at, what I've done in the past, here's our video on Fallout, and here's our some videos on other movies that we've done. Our biggest hit was Saw. And I didn't hear anything for a while, and then I heard back, and I was like, oh, okay, hi. And they did.
Yeah, apparently one of their editors came across our videos.
Yeah, an editor saw our videos, and then that got bumped up to a manager, and then I had an interview with Tom, which was really lovely. He's fucking cool as shit. He's really nice. He gets it. Yeah. He fucking gets it, man.
But we were only at not even 25.
We had not yet hit 25K.
Yeah.
We were still pretty young into it, and
that's why, I thought it was a scam email. I'm like, no way, huge channel like Game
Anytime
Theory.
we get an email from a potential sponsorship or anything like that, I'm just like, that's not real.
Yeah.
So yeah, getting scouted by Game Theory was incredibly validating.
Yeah. I still can't believe it. I'm like, no.
And I want to do more with them.
Yeah.
I pitched a couple of things that some of them have been turned into scripts. Some of them, didn't make it past the pitching phase, which is fine. That happens all the time. I want to do more.
They did say some content would be shelved for future videos, because I'm sure they have.
And I can't say what it is.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
I can't tell you what I've written until it comes out. So I wrote.
NDAs, guys.
Yeah, I wrote most of the Dandy's World episode. That one kind of just got dropped into my lap because they were like, "Hey, can you work on this real quick?" And I'm like, "Okay." But yeah, so I got scouted. I don't know how to go about getting to be a contract writer for Game Theory. I have no idea. Make content, I guess. Do I ever plan to do some of my own theory videos? Well, that's tricky. I don't want to. So.
Yeah, because you don't want to exactly steal the idea.
I don't want to seem like I just got in to learn how to do what they do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes in my research, shit comes up where I'm like, holy shit. And I have to kind of decide, like, do I want to pitch this to them, which then becomes their IP?
Yeah.
Or do I want to do my own thing with it and, help grow the channel? So ultimately what I do is I split my ideas. If it's a good game theory video, I pitch it to them because I love that. I love the idea of my writing being seen by millions instead of just, I love what we're doing here. I love the community that we're growing here. And I love the idea of being approached for that as well. And I love the idea of doing both things because game theory is way, way more collaborative than I ever could have thought.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
It is lengthy conversations about what's going down, but obviously you want to show up with your best work, right? But if you're always waiting for the best opportunity, it's never going to show up. Just show up with it. Yeah. So I've got a couple of theories that are in the pitch phase that I need to hit send on. Guys, I'm so sorry I haven't reached out. It's been forever.
We've had a lot going on with personal family stuff too.
And the world's kind of been on fire. There's been a lot happening. There's been a lot. So and even in the scouting phase, I think it was like radio silence for 6 months before I heard back, and they're like, "Hi, sorry."
Which they get busy with stuff too, so I understand.
We love it, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, shit, all right." And it's a tight turnaround as well, so it's. But anyway, all that to be said, I fucking love game theory, and I love what they do. I can't always keep up with the latest mascot horror because it's not really my jam.
Feels like there's so many of them too.
But I will say the research that I do on games for game theory and what interests me most is historical in nature. It's rooted in science. So it tries to get back to the heart of what game theory was.
I read a question earlier. I think somebody asked what got you into studying history.
I didn't know what I wanted to go to school for, and history upset me the least. It was the most interesting thing that I could do at the time. In an alternate universe, I might have become a detective. In a universe where I had more money and time available, I would have become a lawyer, because I love rabbit holes. But I don't just love following someone else down a rabbit hole. I want to go down my own fucking rabbit hole, and I want to pull something out of there that I can hold and be like, aha, I figured it out. So like when the jigsaw thing happened, that was that inertia.
Yeah.
I went to school studying the history of science, religion, and alchemy, and the connection between those three things. And I wrote my master's thesis on how alchemy is a religion, and it was Isaac Newton's religion, and he was using alchemy to scientifically prove the existence of God.
That's wild.
And I was there.
Yeah.
Like I found the writing and the research, and I did the thing. So
Get that darn rabbit.
yeah, man, that's my jam. And now I do accounting for fictional characters, but it still scratches that itch.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to do like See You in Court, because I think that's really interesting. I think doing the legal research is so fun. I mean, I was gonna be a paralegal, and
Yeah,
then
you were talking about going to law school.
the economy collapsed, and I couldn't afford to do it anymore. And I went to school on financial aid, so
Yeah.
I got student loans, man. I gotta
know.
pay that shit, and law school is expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll do some remote school and get a law degree,
Maybe.
and we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying being a writer. I always wanted to be a writer, and now I get to write. And act, and voice, and edit, and make people laugh. What horror films coming out next month are you looking forward to? By Nushki.
I know you're looking
Not next month, but I'm looking forward to Frankenstein. You're looking forward to, well, we're both looking forward to the new Silent Hill.
Oh, Return to Silent Hill. I know a lot of people have been talking crap
Man!
on the trailer. I really like the original Silent Hill movie.
Haters gonna hate.
And I like the games too. I'm excited to see Return
Fuck
to
'em.
Silent Hill.
Mhm.
I'm one of those. I tend to like movies that are quote unquote trash.
Yeah.
So I like to inform my own opinion.
I love Silent Hill 1. I love Silent Hill 2. Saw them both in theaters. Fuck the haters.
I am looking forward to FNAF 2. That's coming out.
FNAF 2 as well, yeah.
December.
I wanted to see Him.
Yeah,
was
that
the,
came out recently.
Yeah, I was really interested in that. Somebody asked if we could do a Foot the Bill on it, and I'm
gotta
like, maybe.
Get around.
We'll see.
I mean, it's not coming out, I think, until next summer, but I am looking forward to Scary Movie coming back.
Scary movie's good.
Those movies were part of our teenage years.
So the answer is many.
Yeah.
What is your favorite army/faction in Warhammer 40k? From Jacob Bauer.
I don't know anything about Warhammer.
Fucking.
You
I
have
got
a-
friends
yeah,
that
you have-
love Warhammer 40k. Somebody recently told me about a Warhammer 40k clone that's
I
like.
actually just had a friend text you a picture of a figure. It's
Yeah, that's so. This friend, they were telling me about this Warhammer 40k clone game that they were doing. That's like based on cyberpunk feudal Japan, but like the creators clearly did their research because it's incredibly well researched and written. So, favorite army faction, the Blood God.
Oh, someone said they heard him was getting bad reviews, which I have.
I heard it's ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So-
But once again, I like to watch. I don't really pay attention to reviews. I go in.
Yeah.
I want to make an opinion for myself.
Fuck the haters. It's probably a movie that in 10 years people are going to be like, "Wow, that was really ahead of the curve, huh?" And
Well,
like,
like,
fuck them.
when I was a kid, if anyone remembers that movie, Josie and the Pussycats, it came out in like 2001. I love that movie as a kid, and I rewatch it every couple years, and it was notoriously hated on back in the day, and it really was ahead of the time. It talks about how subliminal messaging is in movies, music, advertising. It really was ahead of the game. It has now since then gone on to have a cult following, and I love that it has a cult following now, but I love that movie. I've always loved that movie, and it's interesting to see movies that were originally trashed on become favorites later.
Yeah.
When I was always like, I was always here.
Circling back to Frankenstein, I want to do a Foot the Bill on Frankenstein.
The
Guillermo del Toro one that's
yeah.
coming out. I want to do a Foot the Bill on it.
I'm excited. The pictures I've been seeing, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's very, very graphic. Miss Rydia asks, would you consider covering other video games like Until Dawn or The Mansion for Resident Evil? Yes! I have plans to, actually.
People have asked for the mansion from Resident Evil 1 quite
I'll probably be doing foot the bills for them. But yeah, I wanna analyze both of those, and I'm in talks with a scientist who studied virology and genetics to talk about the feasibility, the reality, the realisticness of Resident Evil, because I still am putting together that podcast, Getting Back with My Experts.
Oh, yeah.
Where I talk to experts about shit. Like, I know an astronaut, and I can ask her about space stations and stuff, and ask her how realistic alien
Oh, yeah,
is.
fun fact, one of our friends who's an expert, his mother,
Is an astronaut.
is an astronaut. She went
And
to
that's
space.
all I can say.
Yeah, she went to space.
That's all I can say, because we can't out him.
Yeah. Or her.
What has been the toughest thing to put on the bill so far? Funky Penguin. Morally, slave labor.
I love that.
What?
Funky Penguin.
Oh, Funky Penguin. Yeah, that's nice, right? Morally, the hardest thing to put on the bill is slave labor.
For Squid Game.
Yeah. Realistically, the hardest thing to put on the bill was John's Gamer Rage Cage, when I had all those anonymous electronics that I had to decode and figure out. But then, in the process of figuring out what they were, it reveals the movie to you, and that's good storytelling. If I sent you an outline of research into the real-world medical implications of the saw traps, i.e. what's really going on in the nerve gas house, would you consider making a video about it? John Austin, scientist! Or just Austin.
Or just us.
That's tricky. Maybe. That would kind of be a different series. I mean, I can talk to you in the Getting Back with My Experts thing. I want to talk to experts and talk about
Maybe
their...
that could be more of a podcast thing.
Yeah, it'd probably be more of a podcast thing, if you're comfortable with that.
Also, side note, because Nerve Gas House from Saw 2, one of our friends was recently at a museum, and she had texted Trey and I, she came across something that talked about sarin gas.
Yeah.
And she was like, every time I see sarin gas, I think of you guys now. And I'm like, because she knew how much
Appreciate it.
research went into it for Saw
it.
2. And I was like, I don't know how I feel, but I thought of you guys thinking about seeing sarin gas.
Yeah. Would you do another fanfic reading in the future? Lyoko2516. Lyoko, I want to read your fanfiction in the future. The fanfic community got a little upset, and not you, but members of the fanfic community got a little upset with the last fanfiction reading that we did. And also we lost like 1,000 subscribers reading out some of those stories.
Yeah,
so that was rough.
Some people didn't like that.
So if it happens, it'll probably be members only, Patreon only.
Yeah.
Because some of those stories get really graphic,
Yeah.
but I still want to read My Immortal, and I still want to read Sonic High School, and there were still other stories I wanted to follow up on. And it sucks that, it's tough. I know that, like, not everybody wants to be associated with fan fiction that is
Quote unquote
cursed on purpose, and some people... It's tricky, but I'll read yours.
Someone said Arcader After Dark.
It might have to be. I hate putting shit behind a paywall, but
Yeah.
like maybe I'll just make it free on Patreon after a while. I don't know, but we'll see. Are you aware if you are on a watch list due to what you research? Also, what engines do you primarily use for research? Anonymous. Clever. Are you aware you are on a watch list?
I don't know, not that I know of.
I mean, they're not going to tell you.
Right.
Well, if they told you, then, it kind of breaks the whole point of the secrecy and everything. So, yeah. You can generally guess that if you research certain topics often enough,
And the government's just like, what
In a
is
time
this person
frame.
doing?
they're aware of what you're doing, and they will be aware of what you're doing with that information. Which is why I very explicitly say I'll never tell you how,
Yeah.
but I'll tell you how much. What engines do I primarily use? I avoid Google because it's bad. So instead, I'll do keyword searches in academic journals or in archive.org. I love archive.org. It's a fantastic resource. I'll look up Wikipedia articles on how things work, and I'll kind of just jump around there for a while. JSTOR is really good. WorldCat. If you went to college, if you used these in late high school, you might be familiar with them. If not, they are basically digital copies of everything you can find in a library. So that's where I go. Or Reddit.
Yeah.
And then everything that I research, I verify. So I try to find examples of it.
Cite your sources and things like that.
Always, always. What was your experience being queer and coming to terms with that? Green tea. So, if you don't know, I'm bisexual. I've been bisexual since I was 7 years old. Since I was aware of it. The very first crush I ever had, I got frustrated because I had a crush on a boy and a girl at the same time, that's basically as bisexual as you get.
Yeah. You're like, wait, but I like both.
My experience has been pretty... I mean, when I was a kid, gay marriage wasn't legal.
Oh, yeah.
It was still pretty...
That became legal when we were teenagers? High school?
Yeah. Freddie Mercury coming out of the closet was not necessarily in our lifetimes, but rather close
Ellen
to it.
Ellen DeGeneres came out of the closet when we were kids.
Yeah. Shitty person, but good for her.
Yeah.
So I got called a lot of F slurs when people learned who I was, or whatever. I got bullied for it, but I never let it stop me from being me. I have always been unapologetically me. And I take that to heart. And I was confidently bisexual all throughout high school and in college. And
You wore makeup in high school?
I wore makeup.
Trey and I went to high school together, so I knew Trey.
I wore makeup. I would sometimes dress in drag.
Yeah.
I was
me. You were asked, was the crush a celebrity or someone you actually knew?
Oh, no, it was people in my class.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was 7, and I had a crush on a 7-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl.
They said I figured it out to a Rammstein music video.
Hey, there you go. It comes in all ways. The Mummy.
Oh, yeah.
Very much an awakening, but actually...
A lot of people joke either The Mummy or Pirates of the Caribbean were their bi-awakenings.
Do you know what really opened it up for me was the movie Velvet Goldmine.
Oh, yeah.
The fictional film based loosely on David Bowie. And again, David Bowie helped with that. The movie Queen of the Damned, reading Anne Rice novels and reading about shameless sexuality was really important to me. So those really formed my core there. I got in-school suspension for holding hands with a boy. I got in-school suspension for kissing a boy. I got in-school suspension for wearing makeup. Yeah. They tried to kick me out of school constantly for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when a teacher approached you at the lunch table and I remember I complimented your makeup. I was like, your makeup looks so cool today. And a teacher came up and was like, go wash that off. And we were like, why?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
It's a distraction. Why is it a distraction?
I mean, we were allowed to wear makeup as girls.
The girls are wearing makeup.
Girls can wear makeup.
The girls have long hair.
Why can't Trey wear makeup? Yeah.
The teachers are wearing makeup.
Yeah.
Who am I distracting? You? I'm not in your class.
Yeah.
We're not in class.
Yeah, it was a teacher that you had no classes with.
Yeah. It was always the teachers where I wasn't in their class. I wasn't in front of them. And yeah, it was always that. So yeah, that's my experience. Coming to terms with it, I was always me. I was confused why that upset other people. I don't know what the fuck it is that makes it their problem.
Yeah.
I'm just over here being me.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't want to say that I think of myself as part of the community. A couple years ago, I came to terms that I'm on the asexual spectrum, demisexual specifically.
Yeah.
But I always felt like something was wrong with me because I remember in high school, when teenagers, those hormones kick, shacking up, and I wasn't interested in that. Like, I had zero interest, and kids would call me prude for it. But I was the same in college, no interest in it whatsoever. But people made me feel like I was broken, and yes, I have attraction once I'm in a committed, like, emotional relationship. but I didn't quite understand people like hookup culture. I do
Yeah.
not understand that at all. And the term asexuality came across,
Oh.
and I read into it, and I was like, wow, I think this actually kind of explains how I felt most of my life.
Ren Horses said there was never anything wrong with you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
So, yeah. I will say, in the immediate aftermath of high school, I had a few people reach out to me, say they said thank you, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And they said thank you because I was gay in high school and I never felt confident, but seeing you out there gave me the confidence to then come out to a friend or their parents or, in college or whatever. And getting those messages was very strange because I didn't think of what I was doing as anything particularly brave. I was just pissed off that I wasn't allowed to be me.
Yeah.
I wasn't hurting anyone.
Yeah.
I was just being me. And at the end of the day, as long as you're not hurting anyone, what the fuck is the problem?
I really do not care,
So,
if you don't like anything, if you like everything,
if you like a little something, a little bit of something, So, yeah, that was my experience. And I'm happy to make this channel, a safe place for everyone who feels that way. It may not be on the surface, but it's definitely in the code.
Oh,
Which video had the most research hours poured into it? Twisted Squid Evil. I twisted. Damn. Probably Squid Game. And prior to Squid Game, I would say FNAF.
Yeah, you did a lot of research for FNAF.
I figured out how the animatronics would work in the actual 80s by talking to roboticists. Fucking... No one else has done that, by the way. No one else has actually priced out animatronics that can surveil you in the 80s. Only us. Only us.
I would say you. I didn't have much say in that.
Ah! Anyway. What would be your passion video? Hannon Banon. That right then. That moment. Just clip that. What would be your passion video? If you just made a video. I remember the full extent of this question. It was, what would be your passion video? Disregard the algorithm. Disregard views. What would you do? What video would you make? I don't know.
Like
another Pirates of the Caribbean music video.
I just love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It was fun when we did the April Fool's video. It took me back to being a teen editing, my pirate FMVs, and I was like, oh, it takes me back to when I was just a kid.
If I had unlimited budget, unlimited time, and I wasn't worried about the algorithm.
I don't know how it would be doable, since we used a couple clips of Short Circuit in
the
latest. Some people have been asking it to do a Short Circuit, but I don't know. Because we do know what the prices of the robots. I think the military says they're like $5 million a piece or something. Yeah. But I don't really know how you could break down Short Circuit realistically. Like,
it's tough.
Damage Johnny Five causes? Because he does cause quite a bit of chaos. I don't know.
He squishes a cricket.
Well, he destroys Stephanie's truck. He causes like...
But what would be your passion video?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I would want to... If there's one thing that I would want to eventually do, it's, this channel has always been whatever the fuck we wanted to do, right? We've always...
I would say, I don't know if anyone would be interested. I know you've been talking about potentially auditing the first 3 Saw films. Could you feel like those?
I do.
rough?
I want to re-audit the
and
the
a part
first
of me
3
was
Saw
like,
movies.
what if we did like it would? I don't know how long of a video it would be, like a mass cut of the entire Saw franchise.
Good God, no!
Yeah.
The copyright on that would be a nightmare. Realistically, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Passion video, maybe.
Maybe.
Honestly, a passion video would be making a movie.
Would you guys want to re-audit the first 3 Saw? Because I had
gonna.
no editing input.
We're gonna re-audit the first 3 Saw movies because I made some mistakes.
Yeah, you did.
So, I'm willing to admit it.
Live and learn.
Re-audited. Let's go.
With the Bill RoboCop.
Are property films still on the docket? Avengers, Fast and Furious, etc. Asks King Boo 39. Yeah. Definitely. It's damages, right? Yeah, totally. And then the bill would be the damages because, fuck it.
I know you've been talking about how you would like to do the first Fast and Furious.
I think Fast and Furious is a great case study for.
We were actually just talking about those movies with a friend of ours the other day.
Yeah, because she didn't like them, and she's dumb for that. They're about family, and they go to space.
She just said cargo vroom.
Yeah, cargo vroom family. They're masterpieces.
Oh, Vex said we need to correct the price of the flip lawnmowers and Saw.
I know, because
someone said you've never made
fuel
mistakes.
injection. Yeah. Oh my god, I did get a buy followers bot on Twitch. Hooray!
Oh.
We did it! We've achieved. Would you ever do a foot the bill on the super rich? Like, how rich are they? Call the IRS. Diddy Nux. Yes. I want to do a video. It's kind of a foot the bill. It's kind of a theory. What is the richest Batman?
Yeah.
Which Batman is the richest? And that includes like the Bruce Wayne aspect to that.
Yeah, you want to actually it's not who's the richest, like which Bruce Wayne makes the most money to afford
which richest Batman?
I think just off the top of my head, I think Christian Bale's Batman might be the richest.
So, at least one of those Batmen talks about public shares of Wayne Enterprises, whereas other Batmen do not. And some of them mention the fact that like
someone likes that idea. They said that.
Yeah. So there you go.
We just don't want to do the movie Batmans. We want to include like the animated series Batmans too.
Yeah.
I don't know about the video game Batmans. Maybe.
I would include the Arkhamverse. I would not include the comics because good lord.
There's too many comics.
Good fucking
god.
god.
Lot of Batman comics.
Someone will ask me to include the comics. Someone always does.
Yeah,
but,
Batman
yes.
Beyond. Yeah.
So yeah.
That's why we wanted to include animated.
Yeah.
Batmans too.
Now, if we include non-fictional super rich, yeah, I'll put a target on my back. Why not?
Oh no.
What surprised you most about doing these videos? Tiny Midgy Goo Inc. That anybody's watching?
So many of y'all were interested in the topic.
that we weren't alone in thinking this was neat.
Yeah.
Because we would watch the shit out of this if it were a series someone else was making.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it's us because I don't think anybody else could do it quite the way that we are.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that YouTube has been around since 2005.
Yes. And we've been on YouTube since
my-
2006.
Yeah, and that no one's ever, like, I think people have jokingly asked, like, how could John Kramer afford this? Haha. But the fact that somebody actually kind of sat down and put in the work to do it. Like,
did the math.
Do I think we're 1,000% correct? No.
Well, you never are. You never can
Right,
be.
yeah.
But you get in the ballpark, and damn it, you do it.
Yeah.
And I'm so surprised about doing that. Specifically, I'm always surprised to see what ends up being expensive and what isn't. So, for example, in the first Saw game, the number of security cameras going on, where I'm like, hang on, this can't be just the security system of the asylum, because these cameras are in strange places.
Yeah.
There has to be something going on here. Finding out that to make it work, there has to be a broadcast van outside.
Yeah.
Holy shit, John.
Yeah, when you mentioned that, I'm like, so is he just sitting outside
Yeah.
the asylum?
Because he's barely in the asylum the whole fucking game. Madman. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter? Adam. I'm a smooth peanut butter guy.
I like crunchy.
And there's the divorce.
Oh no.
We know how Foot the Bill started, but how did it go from a series of FBI attracting Google searches to a full-blown video production series? From Chi GSD.
I mean,
Just do
our
it.
goal was just to knock out the Saw series, and people started suggesting other media that.
Honestly, the goal was just to do the first Saw movie and then try to get to Jigsaw and just see how it goes. And it went.
Yeah.
It fucking went. I think I remember reading like advice about starting a YouTube channel like 8 months after we started. I read you shouldn't start a channel with less than 5 videos ready to go so that you have content already on.
Didn't listen to that.
No, God no. We made the first video. It was janky as hell. It took 48 hours to export because my computer was garbage.
The computer you had at the time was like so slow.
And, you know, it worked.
Yeah.
If it hadn't worked, I wouldn't be here. And it's working quite well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, when Saw 1 actually took off in like views and stuff. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
So, how did it go? It just went. I have no fucking idea.
You guys
Shit
made
just
it
evolved,
happen.
yeah.
The algorithm made
And
it
it's
happen.
evolved as we've gone through it.
Yes,
We've
yeah.
kind of found
Like
ourselves.
we didn't start out like with the cat memes.
Yeah.
The cat memes were kind of. It wasn't my goal when I.
We didn't even
stepped
start
in.
out with the title.
Yeah.
I just got into it. John Kramer,
Yeah.
Jigsaw, primary antagonist to the Saw franchise.
Yeah. I remember you started like so quiet and shit.
Yeah, I was just John Kramer, Jigsaw, first and primary antagonist of the Saw film franchise. Or is he? No, but whomst would win in a fight, an bear or an shark? From Gabraham Stinkton. Bear. Polar bear.
You think a polar bear?
Polar bear. Polar bear would win.
I don't know. What if it's a shark from Jaws?
Polar bear.
No, okay.
Yep. Are you an Aqua Teen Hunger Force fan? From Nin920. Yeah.
We watch quite a
yeah.
bit of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
There's a sweet Aqua Teen joke in Squid Game.
Yeah.
That
Might be why they asked.
Fucking A. Proud of that.
One of my favorite quotes is,
Ugh.
I am 30 or 40 and I do not need this. And he's like, well,
Which one is it? How would
I don't know.
I don't know. Yep. How many watch lists are you on? And has anyone ever asked you to expense an IRL crime? From Dr. Doggoat. I mean, probably just the one. The FBI, maybe the NSA. I don't know. Has anyone ever asked me to expense an IRL crime?
No.
No. But the fact that I turn fictional crimes into IRL expenses kind of tells you all you need to know. Ultimately, the biggest takeaway from this channel is, well, I can afford that, huh? And then you wonder, what's stopping you?
Well, some things I think that are stupid expensive actually aren't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah. Bombs are cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not think some were.
Sarin gas is cheap.
I was actually surprised by that too.
Yeah. You could buy a Toyota Camry.
Like, I realistically
Or-
thought each Saw game, each movie would be at least $1 million, but
No, what happens is whenever he builds a bespoke fucking custom room with secret doors, then it's a problem. Construction is expensive.
yeah.
Yeah. Just ask a contractor. Have you ever considered getting a job as a forensic accountant? Sophie Beans. Only if I can wear green. No, I mean, I don't know, maybe. I actually know somebody who kind of works as a forensic accountant currently. And he did not get a degree in accounting.
Oh, wow.
He got a degree in business.
Ah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, maybe, but we'll see. Maybe I'll retire into it. You have $100,000 to build an elaborate saw trap dungeon. What traps do you use? Richardson Rhyme. What traps are you using?
I don't know, because my favorite Saw traps are the ones that.
Oh, and you can't pocket.
I know
any
you
of the
can't pocket the
leftover.
money.
Yeah, so you
I
gotta-
like the simplicity of, like the needle pit trap.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
So you just want to remodel a house?
Right, yeah. I don't know, 100. Which Saw traps were roughly about 100K? I mean, that brazen bull was pretty expensive.
Saw 3 gets near there.
With the witch trap.
Just the entirety of it. Because it's a saw trap dungeon.
Yeah.
So there's multiple traps in there.
God, that's hard to think. Because, like, what would cost a lot?
I
Someone
would...
said bees.
Bees! No, I would, theme park. I would
Oh.
transform a theme park into a saw
trap.
dungeon.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Or into a... So there's saw traps and then there's games,
yeah,
right?
the trials.
The
yeah.
trials.
Yeah.
I would build a trial in a theme park.
Yeah, I always forget 6 is an abandoned zoo. I always forget
Mhm.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't do enough with tigers. Yeah, so I think theme park. I think
Turning a theme park into
I think maybe one of the Six Flags. That'd be fun. Because like you've got a lot of hardware you can work with, and then the money is just to
Oh
make
yeah,
it work.
like fun fact, I love watching walkthroughs of abandoned theme parks specifically.
Yeah.
One of my
Proper
favorites.
People is really
Proper
good.
People. They did the walkthrough of the Six Flags with New Orleans. That's
yeah.
been abandoned.
Oh,
since.
if you want abandoned property YouTubers, like Urbex shit, 100% the proper people. If you're not subscribed to them, go do it. They're awesome. This is Dan Bell is also really good. He mostly focuses on Baltimore and like New England. He'll show you a side of those cities that is so fucking dilapidated, and he knows every street corner. He does his research. It's great. Yeah, those two are really good. And then, to an extent, Tim Mazarov, he's Russian, and he mostly does like ghost videos that are really entertaining to watch. Mostly I'm just like, how the fuck is he doing this? Where's the fishing line? But he goes into a lot of abandoned Russian houses when he does it, and those are really cool.
Yeah, I like urban exploration, but abandoned theme parks fascinate me.
Yeah.
So, like, I think the first one I ever saw was when someone explored Nara Dreamland. It's an abandoned theme park in Japan. Oh my gosh, I don't know what it scratched in my brain, but I was like, what is it about abandoned theme parks that just, I love them.
Yeah, but
they're
I think
spooky, they're creepy, but
I think the fact that the roller coaster was invented as an execution device is perfect for a Saw movie. And there's a Saw roller coaster, which...
Oh, it's in... Actually, a friend of ours just recently visited the UK and got to ride it.
Another content creator. Yeah.
They are on TikTok at Why Jordy.
Why Jordy?
They do, if you like, what is it?
Submechanophobia.
Yeah, submechanophobia.
Submechanophobia, thalassophobia, submerged things, deep shit underwater. Jordan's fucking great.
Yeah. We went to high school with them as well.
Yeah. We really gotta reach out to them and see what's up.
They're also a big Saw fan.
Yeah, because they stream on YouTube as well, and like they love Saw, and we love Saw, and we are streaming on YouTube right now. So yeah. Are there any projects you want to do but can't because of factors outside your control? 500cc Rabbit, yes. I'd love to travel and like do the Saw escape room or do the Saw roller coaster, and
I would just love to be able to travel more, just to all the horror conventions around.
Yeah, or collaborating and traveling.
Yeah.
We have open offers from big YouTubers, and I'm like, I'd love to, but we can't really leave right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, we do live with family, and 2 members of Trey's family are disabled, and we do have to help out a lot financially, just
and physically.
It's a lot.
It is, but so hopefully one day, you know, if we get big enough, or if we get the right momentum going, we can afford to do that. Like we're saving up to go to Japan because we've always wanted to go, right? And I'm telling you right now, that's all of our money for the year going to that one trip. That's the budget that we work on, right? We do this as much as we can, and it is half of our income. The other half is me writing very boring reports for an engineering company.
And
so,
I'm a pet sitter on the side. I help people take care of their pets when they're on vacation.
And then the rest of our time is looking after family. So more traveling. I'd love to do a foot the bill for the Saw roller coaster because it's canon.
Yeah,
apparently.
What is it, Thorpe Park?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I'd love to do the Saw escape room as well.
I want
That's
to
in
do
Vegas.
because that is an official.
Yeah.
That's an official license escape room.
So.
And it looks so cool. And oh my gosh, I've seen content creators who have gotten to do stuff there. I know Jiggy Saw Girl got to do some content. Like Shawnee Smith was there, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
So yeah, we'll that's I'd love to travel more.
Oh, if somebody feels they're a full-time student trying to go to Japan. Japan's been one of my dream vacations since I was a kid, and you know,
it's tough.
Life is short. And
there's never gonna be
a
better time.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just save up and do it. How are the 2 of you doing in life? Is YouTube stressing you out? Run Death. How you doing?
Overall, I don't feel YouTube stressing me out. It can. Especially more eyes on you can be overwhelming. I struggle with, I guess, quote unquote, being the center of attention. It does make me very uncomfortable.
I know that
I'm a cosplayer, so I do run a social media for my cosplay, but it's not big. I have like 2,000 followers.
At Captain Torres on Instagram.
No. But you know, when I'm in my costumes, it's not me I'm putting out there; it's my costumes. But I will say, like. You know, I know you got to deal with people being crappy on the internet, but like that whole fan fiction thing made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. And I personally said I didn't feel comfortable pursuing it because I don't want to piss off people.
It started out very, and I feel like
it feels bad when something you intended to be just innocent fun actually hurt someone.
Yeah.
I don't like feeling like that.
It was not what I had anticipated.
Yeah.
As far as me, like I don't really give a shit about being the center of attention, but I do care about people I care about getting too close into being the center of attention, and if they're not comfortable. So like the channel used to have all of our gaming videos on it. Those are down because we didn't feel comfortable with your voice out there.
Yeah, this is still a lot for me. Talking
this is a lot.
This is a lot. Yeah.
I have to, and I'm very proud of you for this.
But I remember the gaming stuff we just did was for fun. But someone had seen it and said, "Oh, it's just another shitty variety channel," and I was like, "Can you take the gaming stuff down? I don't want to be made fun of."
So those negative comments, they suck.
Yeah.
But
I see we're big Game Grumps Ninja Sex Party fans, and Dan says on the regular he does not read the comments, and I'm like, I see why now.
Yeah, I read the comments because I'm fairly unbothered by it.
Yeah. I do have to take comments in stride because
I've never been one to shy away from attention.
Unfortunately, I'm a sensitive girl.
Yeah. So I think YouTube itself doesn't stress us out as much as it could. It's actually a really nice thing to have in an otherwise stressful world because for us, this is a way to escape. And for you, it's a way to escape and pass the time. I hope so as well. So, yeah. I don't know. How are you guys doing? Are you stressed out? I hope that we can help relieve some of that stress. Yeah. I'm sorry I yell sometimes.
Yes, some people say this is too. You do too much yelling. It's too loud.
I'm very excitable, and
some people don't appreciate the John Kramer.
It's the signature stuff, man. How do you feel about the possibility of Saw 11?
Oh yeah, we talked about this.
Do you think it will match up to the recent Saw X, or maybe more similar to the prior entries? Elliot 9675.
It's hard to say because now Saw has been acquired by Blumhouse, so now we're going a completely different route.
Are we?
We
don't know. We don't know. So Blumhouse acquired the rights to the original script, which was a follow-up to Saw 10.
Yes. Apparently it's supposed to take place like 30 seconds after X.
Literally just picks up immediately, which is classic Saw, by the way. Yeah. It just gets right into it. So I hope that because Saw X was written and shot and designed to be a swan song and a farewell in a lot of ways.
Someone asks, is 11 supposed to be a reboot? I did read, because of course James Wan has been asked, because now James and Lee are back on board for Saw.
Oh yeah.
And James was asked, I was reading an article, and he said, well, he can't give away too much. He didn't say whether it was going to be a reboot or not, but he has the fan base in mind, and he wants to cater to the fan base, but also he wants to do something to bring in new fans. So I'm not sure if that is a reboot or if they are going to go ahead and go forward with 11 because 10 did so well.
Yeah, 10 was the best reviewed.
Some people were discussing that having a timeline change like the Halloween series, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think a timeline should...
Yeah.
I don't know. You're kind of iffy on that.
I
think if we shifted Saw 2 and made another timeline where John doesn't die.
I'm iffy on shifting the timeline because
it's
technically, like, Jigsaw is that.
Right.
It references no other apprentices. It references no other traps.
You just have Logan, and we never see Logan again.
It's a pre-sequel, and it's a dead end.
Yeah.
Spiral is a shift in the timeline.
Yeah.
It references no other apprentices. It references no other traps.
Yeah.
It's a shift in the timeline with a new apprentice, and it's dropped dead in the water.
Yeah.
I don't think a timeline shift is necessarily the best thing to do because we've already got two hanging chads on either side of the main Saw timeline.
Speaking of Spiral, I know Darren Lynn Bousman recently did special screening in LA, and he said there is a director's cut. Apparently, one of the characters had a complete death scene that it was absolutely cut. It's not even in the movie.
I would love. By the way, I want to go back and get a version of Spiral out that isn't blocked all over the world. So.
But
I've
yeah,
worked for that. But
Darren Lynn said he's trying to get a director's cut of Spiral going, which I would like to see that. I would like to see what he intended to show us.
I'd like to see Spiral given a fucking chance, but also, for fuck's sake, like, the line, it's not John Kramer's not in this. God damn, just shoot yourself in the fucking foot. It's a Saw movie, but there's nothing Saw in
my
it.
biggest complaint about Spiral was, why give it the subtitle from the book of Saw?
Because they were hoping to make more.
But you didn't explain how Shank discovered the teachings of John Kramer.
And
why
that can be discussed in our series Unscripted.
Yeah.
Where we talk about the scenes in
Shank
Saw movies.
Obviously talks about John and his philosophy and being like, he's right. And I'm like, but why did you discover John? What made you discover John?
And
why?
we can make the video that discusses that.
The fact they just don't even touch on it in any way, shape, or
Well,
form.
it is talked about in the script.
Yeah, which unfortunately, that's why I'm curious. Did Darren did they have more scenes filmed that were just cut?
We have to be the ones to make that video.
Yeah.
Because no one else is doing it.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
was like, just don't call it the Book of Saw if there is no Book of Saw, I guess.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. So, I hope they get back to basics where they make.
Yeah, someone was asking if Ryan got an actual. It was the one of the office or what detectives that like he just disappears and you never see him again.
He's got a lot of screen time and then he's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but because like Darren Lynn, I follow him on socials, and he shared a photo like of the scene.
It was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal. It had to be cut because the PA didn't pass it. And I was like, damn, there's a whole death in this movie we've never seen.
Yeah. So, but if you want to hear us talk about that and storyboard it, let us know.
I mean, a lot of people don't want it to be a reboot. Yeah, I don't want a reboot.
I don't want a reboot. I'm okay with inserting stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think inserting stories in the timeline is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think, and they're probably discussing it behind the scenes. I think pulling the trigger and doing the sequel to X is really the only way to go.
I think so. I mean, they
because you're gonna piss off the fan base if you reboot it.
You picked up a lot of goodwill and a lot of critic favor with X.
Yeah.
It is it's a beautiful movie.
I love it.
And it makes John sympathetic as a character, which is great, but it also keeps him sinister as fuck because holy shit.
The most jarring part of that movie for me is, was it Diego?
Mm-hmm.
When he wakes up and he's got like the bombs in his arm.
And John's just
John
quietly
is just on the other side of the glass, just looking. He's not saying anything.
He's not a fragile little old man.
Oh my god.
He's a fucking monster.
That is where like Tobin's acting came into play, and that is the terrifying John Kramer.
In that moment, John Kramer is Jigsaw.
Yes.
And no one else.
Yes. And I was like, this is the Saw I like. When John is actually there, says nothing, lets the tape do the talking. And oh my god, so good, so good.
I really wish, and maybe this is wrong of me, but I would like to build a sound library from Tobin Bell's voice so that we have the ability to make future Saw tapes.
Yeah.
Just a thought. But also, I want Bloober to make the next Saw game.
I think they should do a Saw
because
game.
Konami made the first one. And it was decent.
Although Bloober's busy. They're doing all the Silent Hill remakes.
They have time.
But
get Zach Kreger to make a Saw movie.
Oh, that'd be fun. I
That'd
like
be
his
interesting.
directing a lot.
Yeah, he's unique. He's got a little sense of humor.
Tobin Bell was at a convention recently, and he was actually asked if he would be okay with the use of AI to keep his, the Jigsaw voice. And he actually said he plans on making Saw for another 20 years. So I'm like, let's fucking go.
Yeah, he wants 20 more years.
Keep in mind, he's 83.
But yeah, I mean, Vox said it best. Without John Kramer is a cheese pizza without the cheese.
Yes, yeah.
You need it in there. Every good Saw movie, and even some of the worst ones, have had John Kramer.
The second John comes on
somewhere.
screen, I'm like, yeah. Like Jigsaw. Yeah. The second he came on screen, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Even the ones where we're like following up after his immediate death, it's still good.
Yes. And
Still good.
Tobin makes those movies, and I'm so glad they finally gave him the role he deserved in X, and it pains me that they fumbled it so because fun fact, today would have been Saw 11's release
today
day,
would have been the day that Saw 11 released.
and it makes me cry. I'm like, tears of what could have been.
I mean, I guess whatever Saw trap they put the producers in worked because they sold it. So
I mean, I know some people are upset it got sold to Blumhouse, but if it gives
not.
the series a fighting chance.
For God's sake, I'd rather have something than nothing.
Yes.
And right now we have nothing.
Yeah.
And Blumhouse isn't exactly like, oh no, they made the Conjuring series. They've made other shit too. It's a company. There's lots of people there.
Did they do The Black Phone?
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
I think so.
Oh, the sequel's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Look forward to that. But yeah, Blumhouse is.
I'm actually very excited that James and Lee are coming back to the series after all this time.
Black phone. No, not black hole. Black phone.
I know someone said just have him show up wearing the hat. Yeah, just you gotta do that backwards cap.
You gotta. Yeah. Black Phone is Blumhouse. Motherfucking Blumhouse. They did Paranormal Activity, Insidious, Sinister, The Purge, Split, Get Out, Happy Death Day, Happy Death Day to You, the Halloween franchise starting in 2018, Freaky, The Invisible Man in 2020, The Black Phone, Megan, Five Nights at Freddy's, Speak No Evil. For fuck's sake, man. There's bangers in there.
There are bangers in there, yeah.
People are just afraid of change.
Yeah.
And I get it. I understand. The world is a scary place, and change isn't always friendly.
The next Saw, whatever it is not going to be Twisted Pictures is a little upsetting. It's still Lionsgate, but
yeah,
it is going to be very sad to no longer have Twisted Pictures associated.
I mean, it's tough, but Twisted Pictures couldn't make a Saw movie. So whose fault is that?
Apparently, they couldn't come to an agreement, which I was like, what's the agreement y'all couldn't come
I straight up do not understand how Greg and Oren sat in a room, looked across from each other, and said, I want to print money, but I don't agree with how you want to print money. And he was like, well, I think your version of printing another endless truck of money is bad. Well, I guess we just can't print money. Huh. Bitch, you put Billy in Fortnite. You're really hung up over the details? You put Billy in fucking Fortnite!
Wasn't Billy in Call of Duty too?
Yes. Billy was also in Call of Duty. So those jackasses, fuck them. They don't deserve Saw. Saw deserves better. And Saw got it. You know what Saw got? Two scrappy upstarts named James Wan and fucking Lee Winnell. Because guess what? They're both at Blumhouse.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see them come back to the
Yeah,
series.
I'm interested.
And everything I'm reading, they understand that the franchise really belongs to the fans, and they don't want to disappoint the fans.
They also did The Monkey and that Haunted Pool movie, which were not good.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
They're not very good.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's the like the Symbol Monkey movie, which is bad. And then there's the Haunted Pool, the pool that eats.
Yeah.
That was also bad.
I haven't seen that.
So...
You know, all production companies, there's going to be hits. They're going to.
Well, that was James Wan.
Oh, that was James Wan. There's going to be hits. There's going to be... Like, his most popular series is The Conjuring. I've seen the first one. It's
true.
I personally...
At some point...
Supernatural stuff like that doesn't really get me.
At some point, I'd like to do...
Not that they're bad movies. They're just not my cup of tea.
At some point, I'd like to do a watch through of it. Although the Warrens...
I saw Annabelle too. I thought it was... She's spooky, but I like my Chucky doll.
Spooky doll. Yeah, I like a doll that screams obscenities at me. That's why I like Megan's okay.
I still haven't seen those movies.
It's fine.
I heard they were okay. I like the character design.
It's okay.
I know, like, in horror, there's so many different themes and...
See, I like Chucky because, he's not a homophobe. Yeah, his kid is trans. He would never do that.
Gender fluid.
Gender fluid.
Yeah,
gender
his
fluid.
kid is
That's
gender
right.
fluid.
Yeah, gender fluid.
And he said, I'm a killer, not a monster.
Yeah.
or something like that.
I'm a killer, Jake.
I
not
was
a
so
monster.
devastated the Chucky series got canceled. I was like, no!
They left those poor kids trapped in Barbie dolls. That is
I know
fucked up.
Don Mancini said he Chucky's going to be back.
He's probably gonna make a movie.
Yeah, he absolutely. And he said he was considering going back to films instead of the TV show. So
honestly,
yeah,
you can't stop him from making Chucky.
yeah.
So he's fine.
Yeah. I love Jennifer Tilly.
You know what? That's a movie that I wish we could figure out how to do, but probably can't. It's Chucky. But we
hard.
can either do See You in Court or Unscripted.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Actually,
there you go.
Yeah.
The solution to talking about the movies that I want to talk about is to just make new interesting
Someone
series
said
for you
that's
to
almost
watch.
bad as The Beach That Makes You Old. I haven't seen that. That's
The Beach That Makes You Old?
That's the M. Night Shyamalan movie, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Once
about
again,
a beach
that's
that
a dude, like,
makes
when
you
he
old.
makes bangers, they're great. But when he doesn't, you're like, what happened?
He's the most successful independent filmmaker of all time.
Hey.
So that's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that beach does make you old. The end.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I mean, you just saw
I
it.
really did like, what was that movie about the grandparents, The Visit?
Yeah, The Visit.
I
That's
actually
good.
really liked that one.
Yeah, that was good.
The twist was
But yeah,
good.
as far as The Beach That Makes You Old,
Yeah.
I've said the title, you've seen the movie.
Oh, okay.
The Beach Makes You Old.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen that.
it's almost like a Stephen King movie.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like Pet Cemetery.
Stephen King is best when he has characters interacting. Otherwise, he could write literally anything, and it can be good or bad. But
we got a long-time viewer, but first-time visitor.
well, welcome to the channel. We're actually winding down here because we've got that was our last question. Click to add title.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I guess if we had any more...
All right, so
if
it
y'all-
is 8:58. You have 2 minutes. Type as many questions as you can into the chat, and I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. I also saw on Twitch, hi Twitch, I'm still looking at you. Alex adopted an elderly cat.
Oh, yeah. I love seeing
Yeah.
kitties.
I will also say, if you haven't already, Patreon and YouTube members have access to the Discord, where we were off and on writing a script for a Saw movie about all the kids that have been in the Saw movies.
Oh, this is a great question. What makes a good saw trap? We were actually talking about this
Yes,
too long ago.
the moral
Yes.
element.
Yeah, that's what
Makes a good Saw
That's
trap.
what I love
It has
about-
to speak to the victim. It has to be part and parcel to the poetry of the victim. It has to speak to what they're going through.
Yeah, it's unfortunate we never Saw 2. Xavier was the initial target for the needle pit because he was the drug dealer.
Yeah.
But the fact that Amanda got thrown into it, it's still poetic.
It's still poetic
for her. Yeah,
but it's
God, I
be
hate needles and shots. So when I see that one, I'm like,
let's see, what else do we have? Is Andrew Barkley legally responsible for the destruction in Child's Play? Yes.
he
But
was
I'll take-
only a kid.
Yeah, I'll take him to court. What would be your idea for a Saw trap? Honestly, I'm kind of sold on the theme park thing, but I don't know.
Oh, someone asked, what do you think is the most overrated popular horror franchise in your opinion? Gaming or movie?
Overrated?
I don't know if I...
Halloween.
You think Halloween's overrated?
Now it is.
That's a hot take, I think. I
It
like the
had
Halloween movie.
it had too many weird turns, and
I
whenever it
think
started to
what's annoying
do
to me is
good,
Halloween has so many timelines now.
yeah.
And the last trilogy, I really liked the first two, and then I don't know what the hell happened with the final one. They basically did Christine, but with Michael Myers, and I did not like that in any way.
Yep, not a
I
fan
felt
of
like
that.
it was too far removed from the overall theme.
Yeah,
which
it was just weird.
Yeah,
Could you ever do an Evil Dead film? Sure,
I like Evil
probably.
Dead. Those are
Figure
fun
it out.
movies.
Yeah,
I
they did
never
the
saw
TV series was good.
Show.
Yeah, show
I haven't
was good.
seen the show yet.
Show was very good. Arctic Dino, your question did make it in. The answer is many. Would you consider doing a foot the bill for Halloween 1 since Michael canonically just has a car and other stuff? I mean, technically, yeah, he's got.
Someone said Halloween minus Michael Myers. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Christine, I mean, the main character's last name was Cunningham, which I
Yeah.
knew was a direct reference to Christine. But Christine is a story about this nerdy kid.
It's just crazy that he convinced Michael
gets a
Myers
car,
to transform
yeah.
into a vehicle and then
Yeah.
drove him around for 2.5
But this
hours.
nerdy kid gets a car,
Yeah.
it's haunted,
Yeah.
and he becomes slowly corrupted by the evilness of the car.
Classic Stephen King
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. So the fact that Halloween ends, he just
Somebody wants to flip the bill
Transformers.
Dune.
Dune? Whew. Maybe.
You actually showed me the original one and the new one.
I did, yeah. John Wick is on the list of things to do as well.
Yes.
I do want to cover John Wick.
I've only ever seen the first one.
Have you? Would you do professional VA work beyond this channel? My voice is incredible. Well, thank you.
Yeah, good, I'm surprised you haven't gotten into voice acting.
I don't have an actor's reel.
No, that's fair.
I haven't applied anywhere. Literally the only work I've ever gotten is because I just threw shit on the internet and got scouted for it. So if you've got VA work that you want to hire me for, sure, I'll do it. Whatever. Why not? If this is the voice you're looking for. I can do other voices too, but yeah, this works too.
So Christine Generational Trauma, the movie? Yeah.
Look, we know it's a good Halloween movie when Michael Myers isn't in it. I mean, look at Season of the Witch.
Now, I didn't like that movie when I was a kid, but as a standalone movie, I like it. Yeah, take away Halloween title, but Season of the Witch, I think it's a good standalone movie. Can you think, like, greedy corporation trying to, like, kill kids with the Halloween mask? I like that.
Okay, so Foot the Bill, House of a Thousand Corpses, yes, because I want to talk about houses in horror movies, so I might make that a limited
Someone asked
run.
Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive. That's your thing. Damages.
Yeah.
Each of those vehicles and all that
fun
toasters
fact,
and shit.
when I was a kid, my brother and I loved watching movies, and I remember Maximum Overdrive was a movie we loved watching. It would always air, like, kind of late at night on TV, but poor little me could never stay up long enough for the ending, so for the longest time, every time it came on TV, I would always fall asleep before the ending, so I never knew how it ended.
To be fair, I'm not sure you're missing a whole lot.
No, apparently, when I finally did, it was, like, so anticlimactic, and I was like, oh.
That is, Stephen King truly is the M. Night Shyamalan of literature, because he'll write bangers, and then he'll write stuff that makes you go, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
It's a goofy
His
movie.
best stuff is when people are just talking on the way somewhere, right?
Like, he's good at writing dialogue, for sure.
People talking to each other is his fucking gold mine. It's when they stop talking to each other that you're like, yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Pet Sematary. I watched that one when I was a teenager.
Just a dad talking to his dead kid, isn't it?
Yeah, and, like, I know I'm probably one of the few. I liked the remake.
I thought the remake was really
I like
good.
how they changed which child, you know, if you know, and they changed the ending.
If you know, you know.
And I know a lot of people gave it flack for that, but I like when we kind of change up, because we were expecting, you know, the classic kid dying, and they changed it on us, and I was like, oh, whoa, I didn't see that happening. And then the ending's completely different from the original one.
No, I know Halloween
Someone said
was...
they were part of test screening for Pet Sematary.
Nice. I know that Halloween was supposed to be an anthology, and that's why Season of the Witch exists. And by the way, Season of the Witch would be a great option for a Foot the Bill, because if, for the 6 people who've seen that movie, you would know that there's a lot of money going into what they're trying to do in that movie. And by itself, it is a good movie. It's just confusing.
Somebody said, does insurance feature into a vehicle's cost?
Yes. When I calculated the destruction and property damages when doing Scream, and I calculated the damage to the house that explodes, when calculating the cost of a lost vehicle, insurance is applied to it because you have a certain value maximum that you can pull from it. You might not necessarily get dollar for dollar, but if a car is older than the year in which it is destroyed, that does affect the value that goes down. This is all the fun minutia that I had to look up when I was doing Scream.
Someone said Stephen King's best stuff was when he was on a cocktail of drugs that would make Nikki six flesh. Apparently he was on a huge coke bender when he directed Maximum Overdrive.
He doesn't remember.
Yeah, he
directing
doesn't.
Maximum
Yeah, I saw
Overdrive.
something. He's like, I don't remember making that. And I'm like, jeez.
But everybody remembers Stephen King making it, so...
How much would it cost to move Stonehenge to the U.S.?
Probably not that much.
The lawnmower incident from Maximum Overdrive. I feel like I have, but I'm not remembering.
Oh, didn't, like, somebody actually get hurt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or,
If,
like,
if I'm remembering, or...
Yeah. Is it one of those instances where, like...
Yeah, like someone, like, really got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But I can't remember all the details.
Yeah. Oh, God, my monitor just got bright. Well, Yeah. This was good.
That was a lot of fun questions.
This was fun. I know that we did
Someone lost an eye on the set. Oh
that was
my
it.
gosh,
Yeah, he went blind, and Stephen King was like,
Wow.
Yeah, way to go,
That's
Steve.
insane. Oh wait, didn't like a part of the lawnmower yeah.
Yeah, like hit a rock and kiss. Oh
Jeez,
God, what a
that is
fucking mess.
insane, man.
But hey, thanks guys for being here. I know it was a little bit later than usual. It was a busy day. My mom had dental surgery today, and I had to drive her to that, from that, pick up medicine, go back, pick up more medicine.
She's not doing too hot.
Yeah, poor mom. Hi mom, love you. She watches these videos as well. Say hi to my mom. But
yeah, she's
man.
going through a lot of dental surgeries to fix a messed up sinus cavity, and it's been a whole thing.
Yeah, poor girl.
Yeah.
But hey, 50,000.
I cannot believe it.
We're actually past that. We're almost to 51,000.
That's crazy.
Which is always a blast, always a pleasure.
Oh, someone suggested Foot the Bill on Prison Break. I've actually never seen that.
It's doable. I know the last time we did like a video for this, and I like sat in a chair and talked.
Yeah.
But
I think I like the live stream more.
yeah, I like live streaming.
It's more active.
Yeah. Maybe
and we found out in the last Q&A video we did, we go on tangents really bad. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything like that happening. I mean, it's only been 2 hours.
Yeah.
This is why we can't record these anymore, so it's just going to be a VOD. Available for everybody.
I like talking about Saw. I'm sorry.
I know. And that's why...
It's funny. I know people kept asking, like, joking, when's the Kit Arcader Dead Meat collab?
Oh, man.
I was actually... They did Hot Saw Summer on their podcast, where they had a friend who's never watched the Saw series, and so they had their friend watch it, and then got his opinion on it, and they love Saw, so they were talking about it. But it was funny. I was when they got to Jigsaw, James had made the comment about, I think the TV, something like that. And people in the comments were mentioning us. I don't know if they've seen it, but someone's like, I want to see a podcast with James talking with Kit and Arcader. And I was like, oh.
I'd love to. Funny thing, when Dead Meat put out a call that they were looking to hire a writer.
You had applied, yeah.
I applied. Crazy motherfucker put it on fucking LinkedIn. And it got flooded with people who were like, I don't qualify, but I'm going to apply. And I'm like, dude, are you serious?
I realistically think your thing got lost probably, because they apparently got bombarded. Yeah.
No, I know. It's... Oh, God. What a mess. But...
That would be a dream. I would just love to meet him. I've been a Dead Meat fan for, since I discovered them in 2017, I think. And funny enough, it was because of Saw. Yeah. The Saw franchise is what got me into them. Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, I love this. This is so good.
They recently did The Mummy.
Yeah, I haven't watched
personal favorite.
The Mummy yet.
Ironically, the deeper we've gotten into this channel, the less I've watched Dead Meat, because I don't want to,
I just don't have time for YouTube, because now I'm making YouTube.
Yeah, the more you make YouTube, the less time you have for YouTube. But, I don't know. I don't want to ever feel like I'm ripping them off, because,
I mean, a lot of people have seen the similarities.
Yeah, like, oh, it's Dead Meat with money. And I'm like, yeah, it is, but I feel like it's a different kind of research. It's a different avenue of research. And
we're not strictly horror.
Yeah, and we've got our own thing going. I mean,
I mean, I love horror. I would like to do more horror, but it's kind of hard.
Our genre that works best with this channel is... mastermind.
I know some
thrillers
people have
and
asked
horror.
about Terrifier, but
I've thought about it.
God, the editing to make that safe for YouTube would
Be a lot of cats.
Yes.
Probably wouldn't get hit with copyright, honestly, because would just be so many cats. All the cats.
Earth the cat.
Art the cat. But yeah.
Fun fact: we actually got to meet Art the clown.
We did.
At the latest horror.
I posted photos of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice.
Very fun. He was very nice.
Yeah.
I was nervous.
Did we... Because you're working on the menu right now. Do I talk about Houston Horror Film Fest in that, or no?
No.
No?
You had mentioned it in our last video, Law Abiding Citizen. And I had shared some photos.
Okay, cool. I was like, did we put those photos out there? All right. Yeah, they do a lot of behind the scenes
Somebody said, I feel like
stuff.
Dead Meat with money undersells both channels.
Truly it does, because Dead Meat is what goes into the making of a movie. They talk a lot about
that's
special
what I love
effects.
about them,
They love behind
I'm
the
such a
scenes.
nerd when, growing up, when I bought DVDs, I always got the editions that had as many extras on it, like give me those extra discs with all the behind the scenes. I want to know everything that went into this movie, because that's just my weird interest. Which kind of makes me sad that's not really as much of a thing anymore, like behind the scenes stuff, which makes me very sad.
Yeah. I think, personally, Dead Meat and Foot the Bill... The Kill Count and Foot the Bill complement each other as series.
Someone said Foot the Bill, Cabin in the Woods. It is something we're talking about.
The most difficult thing to calculate would be the force field, but I know some scientists. So
yeah,
I can get an idea. And remember, if I can't find the exact thing, I'll get the closest approximate. So probably some laser defense system or some shit.
Yeah, Elvis said they miss commentaries. I do too.
Yeah.
Those were some of my favorite things to watch.
It's a different era.
It's definitely not as...
I know. Could probably vamp about that for an hour.
Yeah, I probably could.
My voice is starting to go out. It's been 2 hours.
It has been.
But thank you everybody for being here.
Yay.
Thank you for subscribing, even though YouTube, like the meta says that subscribers don't matter anymore. It's just the views, but whatever. I want big number. I want to see big number go up. And I want an army to invade.
We need boats.
We need boats. And we need people to get boats. So, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. We'll do another one of these in 25K, maybe?
Yeah, what's another 25K from now? 75?
75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe.
75 would be exciting.
75 would be cool. Unless we blow past that really quickly because some video just goes off and goes fucking nuts.
Fair. I honestly was very surprised by the D&D video. That's like over 200K now.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess the algorithm just got that one right.
Oh, I am on Blue Sky. I guess I should reach out there more. All right. Well.
We're bad about social media.
Terrible at it.
I will say the easiest place to talk to us is in the Discord.
In the Discord.
Although I can be bad about...
Instagram.
Instagram, yeah, for sure. But I don't post anything about Kitten Arcader on my... That's solely my cosplay stuff.
But anyway. Good night, my loves. And remember, we're here to make stuff if you're here to watch. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.